Konnichiwa, you magnificent bastards.
Oh boy.
It's one of those streams, ain't it?
Oh, I heard myself. Oh shit, I need to turn that
So
down.
you hurt yourself?
I heard myself because I
Oh.
forgot I turned the audio up for it. Like,
I always leave the audio a little up so I can know when things are breaking, if they are breaking.
yeah.
Yes. Break.
Prince
that
Ali, Babu.
I'm copyrighted.
What's copyrighted?
I think it's copyrighted. The
Right,
song.
anything
Singing it
Disney
is-
is
It's a
copyrighted.
cover.
Ah, alright.
No.
If he's singing it, then it's technically a cover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Technically speaking, we are
Dun,
not
dun,
allowed.
do 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 do. So I can sing any song out there.
It says the stream's not live for me.
Oh,
It just
okay.
says there was a 3-minute and 40-second recording, and that's it.
If I refresh the page, it's live for me.
It is
Yeah,
live
it's
for
still
me,
live.
too.
It's
Yeah.
being square for me. Hold on.
For me as well.
Mm,
Uno momento por favor.
Poor
for
Favors.
for favor.
There we go. We got a first upvote. Yay!
Hey. Wait, where's the? I need to grab the post
Yeah,
and I can upload it as
Is
well.
there a link in chat or something?
There's a link in the links to share chat.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I put.
It's
I
being-
feel like those 4 viewers are just us.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Woo!
Actually, let's have a look.
Prince
No,
Ali.
Toon is here. There we go.
Hey, Toon. Wie geht es du, meine Freund?
How do you do?
Ah.
The first
Yeah.
person that joined
No.
because they saw the notification because they followed like a true legend. How about that?
Let's go.
We
Thank
stand.
you
True
so much.
legende.
Hartstikke bedankt, Toon. Je bent een legende.
Hartelijk gefeliciteerd, Toon.
Quick, say something Dutch.
Yeah, B, say something. There.
Goose!
Goose, yeah.
You guys are the worst, you know. We teach you guys a new language, and all you do is just use it to make fun of us.
That's the best part.
That's the best part. She already made fun of me in the first place. So it's, it's nothing new.
I know.
Gotta blow.
I know goose and dog, and that's it.
You know, Poos and what? Say stick? Did you say stock?
Stuck.
Stock.
Stuck.
Also,
Oh
kid,
dear Christ! All right.
Can we just get
Huh?
confirmation the audio's good? That everyone's equally.
Anyone in? I mean, I hear it. Anyone
I
else in
hear
the
it.
stream that wants to let us know if our audio is decent, please let us know.
Yeah.
And let us know where you're. Let us know from what platform you guys came from.
What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a tricycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? I'm not sure what is the difference.
I
One
bet
of
it's some
them's
stupid
child.
Dutch joke.
It probably is.
One has more wheels than the other.
I don't know. Tricycles are
They're-
pretty classy.
A tire. A tire, guys. It's a tire. Get it?
Ah, what's
I wish you
okay?
could
Teun,
say
ik mag je
Thank
maar
you for
fuck jou.
watching. We're canceling the stream. No.
It did too much psychic damage, so we're gone.
Too much psychic.
Yeah, the whole party's dead.
you did it for ATK. How you
You
If
guys
I
all
were
just
to
have
call
to-
myself P-man in Dutch,
20
I know a man is like.
plus man.
Bayman.
Plus man. No, it's plus man.
Well, it depends if we're talking about the letter P or the word P.
Well, of course you meant
Word
the word P. It's plus
Why
man.
would I call myself the
Pisman.
letter P?
Pisman.
Piss man, I guess.
Pisman?
Is that a piss or plus?
Urinerende man.
Urinerende man. Ah.
Yes, I do agree.
Dude, the viewers on my screen just jumped from 9 to 2.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
same for me. It keeps jumping back and forth. I kind of feel like Twitch
I
is
feel
just
like people are
wrong.
bailing.
Hey, everyone, please let us know if you're still in chat and if you're around to for our shenanigans. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. Because
Uh,
in the end, we're cool.
Yeah, we're really radical, bro.
Yeah, I didn't have anything more to say than that. to be
You know that because we use the word radical.
honest. It's gnarly, bro.
Okay, that's where you need to stop.
Bro, it's pretty whack. It's like swag, but like not so swag. You know what I mean?
Okay, no, now you need to actually stop before
it's
I
like
before I come over there and host on you. Okay,
Bro,
you better be careful.
like YOLO, right? You know.
I will
like
actually
lit.
stab you. I will genuinely stab you with a spoon.
Ruffle.
With a spoon. I will stab you with a spoon.
I mean, it has to be a sharp
That's
spoon.
rude.
Y'all like that stressed out woo
Man. Totally radical, bro. Do a kickflip.
I will actually
Bro.
hurt you. I will hurt you.
That's gnarly, dude.
Dude, it's like totally not, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're like totally taking up the surfer inside me, dude. It's fucking radical, bro. Get these waves, bro.
Oi, mate,
Yeah.
fucking get the fuck out of here, eh? Fucking Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's like totally radical,
Get outta
bro.
here.
Uh-huh.
My door so that my cat.
Yes,
Let's
don't
see,
let your
one,
pussies escape,
okay.
everyone. That's the advice for today.
That's rule number one.
Stop! I'm going to catch some pussy.
This is bad.
Y'all are something else.
I
Aw.
mean, welcome. Yes.
I want to find more things to draw, but I don't know what. So I drew a very stressed out, crying ooh
That is a very stressed-looking uwu. There's like a tear, I think, stuck in the.
That's a.
No, please.
Oh my god.
Please.
Pussy has been caught.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have all your pussies again.
Boost.
Bruce, yeah.
Okay.
I caught my
alright.
poos.
So, if everyone's ready, we can get started.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Tonight's
Yes,
stream
sir.
of Instant Regret D&D. Woo!
Before we
Alright.
start, a word from our sponsors. We are not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You cannot use the code in the description down below to get your free champion along with 20,000 silver pieces. You can't do that.
Okay.
Just saying.
Well,
You can't.
champion is actually not based off of one of our characters.
Who else are we not sponsored by?
We're also not sponsored by Pornhub. We're not sponsored by OnlyFans, and we're not sponsored, especially not sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you can actually get your, free audiobooks with not our code in the description. That's not in the description down below. And yeah,
Okay.
there, yeah.
Good
Yeah.
shit. Good shit.
My-
Alright.
It's hard. Okay, I can't improvise this shit.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough. It's fine. I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
With that, we're moving on to the next session because I can't improvise either. Oh my god, a Coca-Cola sponsorship. That'd be fucking cool. Anyway.
Oh,
So, in the last session, you guys managed to find your way back to the Blood Moon Haven, where you explained what happened to Ches, Ez, and Kobar. And upon hearing this information, Ches let you know that his scouts had seen some strange arcane activity towards the northwest of the town. This would most likely be from the Kuatoa Archpriest. Before you headed out, you took a short rest and
Bitch,
decided to
man.
say goodbye to Kobar, as he was going to get more people and supplies to rebuild the Blood Moon Haven. Afterwards, you ventured out, and after not too long, you found the Kuatoa lair. You stayed hidden and discussed for roughly 20 minutes on what the plan was going to be, after which you decided to play Fish God to convince the priest to hand over the scroll and sacrifice his followers. As soon as you had the scroll, you attacked the priest and killed him. You returned to Madame Shava, and she explained to you that Arthos, the tiefling cult leader, was attempting to spawn the demon lord Yinobu, and there is a way to stop him, and you all decided that you would absolutely try to do so. This is where tonight's
Yeah.
session starts, where you just all saw Madame Shava disappear into a spring of smoke, and you're all now still inside the hut, and Ikor, the large 10-foot tall ogre, is also still in the hut. What do you guys do?
All right. Well, I suppose we should start heading. Wait. We should probably rest up first before heading on this adventure, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. Yeah.
Should we set up camp? Let's go set up camp somewhere.
We set out camp set a camp like far away from this place because I don't like it.
I mean, that helps, keeping everyone feel comfortable. I suppose that's a good idea. All right, let's set up some camp, like in a distance from here.
Okay, so you guys decide to.
I was gonna say let's go back to the boat, but
Yeah.
God.
The
I mean,
boat's not there, so is Boots. Boots
So,
not
I mean,
there.
so at this point, because you guys have made the trip quite a few times now, you'd probably reach Blood Moon Haven in about an hour from now. So
Bro, that's too far.
it's currently roughly it's roughly like 6 in the morning.
We can sleep in the forest.
Who's awake at 6 a.m.?
Well, you guys fought through the night last time because you took your long rest during the day. So you know your sleep schedules are pretty messed up.
Just like
Those are-
mine.
So turning even more into me. Holy hell.
We can sleep in the forest, just not here.
I thought you were gonna say we could sleep on the floor.
I mean that too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
essentially.
I think I have a bedroll. I could take a nap.
Can
Yeah,
we
do that.
set camp a bit from here? 'Cause,
If
like,
that's what makes you feel comfortable, we can totally do that.
look, I don't want to sleep with a bunch of 10 feet ogres.
That's
walking
why I'm
around.
saying let's do that. I don't want you to not be rested because of these people. Let's just go
Okay.
over there or whatever and just set up camp there, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so it's just for you guys just leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I leave.
All right. Okay. So as you all start making your way towards the door, Ecor kind of looks at you guys and says, "So, you guys leaving?"
We're going
We're
to take
setting
our bye, and I walk out.
Yeah, I turn to him like, yeah, we're setting up camp a little bit away from here, just for her.
Right.
But yeah, after that, after we've taken our rests, we'll get to well, our adventure soon.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish you lots of luck. Do not die, and if you do,
Bruh.
at the very least, don't lead them here.
We're not planning to.
Okay. Then good luck to you, adventurer.
Thank you, Igor. Was it?
Yeah. And with that, he gives you guys kind of like a half salute, and you guys are on your way back to the direction of the Blood Moon Haven, I presume.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Sure.
we're setting up camp like near,
Okay.
Yeah, like near, but like
and I
Far.
assume a little bit like towards. Do we have the map?
Yes, we do have the map. Allow me to change that for you.
You like my worm man?
Yes.
yes, very much.
Poor man.
So we're
There's
somewhere
no need
around,
to
from what I
feel
remember, we were
down,
somewhere
I
like
said.
south of this map.
Yes,
Somewhere-
you guys are currently about 20 miles south of this.
So we are like somewhere. Okay, I reckon we just go towards north, like start heading towards north and setting up camp like somewhere there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's just do that.
Sure
Bless
thing.
you.
Bless
Thank
you.
you.
That's what you guys do. Okay. With that, you guys are on your way. You guys don't see Madame Chavat again.
You just yeet it out.
You slowly leave the oasis, and as you start going through the thick of the trees, you guys roughly after about half an hour, you find a suitable open clearing that you could use to set up camp. Are you guys putting up a fire or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay, all right. So you guys, you gather around some firewood, and you put up the fire, and you put all your bedrolls down and everything. What are you guys doing?
Sleep. I guess there's really not a whole lot we can do.
Eh,
Someone keeps watch.
Oh, yeah, I can keep watch.
We'll get there in just a second. So so none of you want to do anything before you go to sleep?
I want to check out. You know the lightning stick from the priest man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that does.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that it's a lightning stick.
So that does allow me to triple check.
I mean, if there's nothing written, I'll just keep it. But like,
No, it's fine. So let me have a look. So that's a scepter. That's what it is. It's a scepter. That let's have a look. See, where is it? There it is. So it uses dexterity as its it uses strength as its modifier. And if it hits, it does 1d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage, plus 4d6 lightning damage.
oh, that's kind of strong.
Yeah, it is,
You got yourself a really neat item.
it's pretty strong.
I'm gonna have to write that down.
Okay, so it's a d6 plus 3 plus 4d6 lightning damage. Okay. So is there anyone else that wants to do anything before you guys go to sleep?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So with that, you guys slowly start going to sleep, and as you all start closing your eyes, you hear some of the faint forest creatures running around and finding safety for the night. Who is taking watch?
Isn't it daytime?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you guys are still all sleeping. Unless you want to sleep without a watch, that's fine.
I can take watch.
Okay. who
Yeah,
else?
take watch.
Okay, so
I
Cora
want to
and
take a
Yuda.
risk this time, so I will just
Sure.
sleep.
Okay. All right. So who's going to take watch first?
I'm first.
Okay. All right. Roll your perception. Okay.
11.
All right. So with that, you start taking your first watch, and throughout the watch, nothing much catches your eye. There's some larger creatures that are like slowly coming to life as the day kind of starts up, but nothing that seems to be out to get you guys. And with that, slowly
I'm
after
chilling.
after roughly about 4 hours, Yuda comes over and kind of takes the watch
Rescue.
from you. Yuda, roll your perception check.
Heck
I
yeah.
can't find perception. I found it. Oh damn.
Same thing for you. The watch kind of slowly goes by, and I mean it seems to be taking a bit longer than it usually would, but nothing major happens, and it's an uneventful 4 hours that pass.
Good.
Upon which it would be 2 p.m. By the time that everyone is kind of woken up, and everyone's everyone's woken up. All right, what are you guys doing?
All right, so I reckon we start. Well, where do we want to go first, you guys? So we have. So we grab the map. We have Turn Prince Keep, the Wyvern Lair, and the Unguard Mines.
Well, the closest would be the Princess Keep, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
you reckon
let's
we'll go there
in
first?
order.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
I'm gonna
Everyone
give
okay with that?
Princess smooch.
Smooch the prince.
I
And
really
instead of,
hope
like-
he's- Oh wait, that's the monster guy. Oh god. wait. I had to think about it. I was like, this seems wrong, and I don't remember why.
Yeah.
I took so many notes. Why am I dumb? Okay.
I should probably
Yeah,
grab my
I'm not
notes
gonna
as well.
give that a smooch actually. Yeah.
Better,
Hey,
yeah,
if-
probably better if you don't.
If you wanna give him a smooch, give him a smooch.
I mean, go right ahead. We're not stopping you, but
I'm stopping me.
Okay. All right. So you guys look on the map and you see that the Turn Prince Keep is the closest to where you guys are currently are. It's gonna roughly take you about 3 days to get there.
Bruh.
As you guys are about 20 miles out and on foot, that is rough. Soon as it's not like clear road or anything, you're going through the tree line. You have to like look for beelines and things. So it is gonna roughly take around 3 days.
all right.
Keeping in mind that you guys take a long rest every night.
That's whack.
So, you guys start going off, and as you all start going into the thicker of the more jungly looking trees, any sight of the previous very large tall trees kind of like disappears as the jungle trees grow like thicker and thicker. I'd like to know what the marching order is.
I'm guessing I'm going first because forest.
Yeah, I'll take second then.
Third.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or actually, I think I'll be at the back since
Yeah,
I'm
go
more
back.
tanky. I'll go back. Yeah, I'll go to the very back.
Gonna be the caboose.
Okay, so Cora is first. Who's after Cora?
Me.
Okay, then I'll go after Percy.
Okay. And then it's Lark. Who's after Lark?
Raigio.
Okay, and then it's Zerx at the back.
And then it's Zax. That's me.
Okay, all right. So, as you guys start going, you notice a certain shift in weather. The leaves on the trees are turning like an autumn brown, and there's a very slight breeze, kind of like picking up as this very late summer sun, as it's kind of going towards autumn now. This late summer sun is slowly floating across the sky, as it has already passed its midway point, and it's now on its journey back down again. with that, who is keeping watch whilst you guys are walking? Who's keeping their eyes out?
Me.
Me. Oh.
Okay, well, it can either be
Oh.
both of you roll a separate roll, or one of you rolls at advantage.
I don't know.
What's your? Is it perception?
My
It's perception.
perception is a +3.
Okay, you roll with advantage then.
Alright.
Because mine's only +2.
Okay, all right.
15 ain't bad.
Okay, yeah. So, let's have a look. Okay. So,
Oh my eye.
you continue your journey through the jungle forest, and it's getting very dense at this point, where you really have to push through leaves and branches in order to make your way through. You hear some birds fluttering around in the leaves, and you hear some other like smaller wild animals kind of scurry to seek some safety as this large set of unknown creatures, for them unknown creatures, come stomping through their home essentially.
Sorry, little buddies.
The day goes through quite uneventful, and after a good 6 or 7 hours of walking and the sun kind of slowly disappearing beyond the horizon, you guys find a nice small clearing where you could set up camp again if you wish to stop for the night.
Do we stop for the night?
I think that's probably the best bet since
Yeah, because I believe if
we might want to rest up.
Yeah, if we don't rest, we'll probably get like a level of exhaustion or something.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, so let's just
Snap
let's set up camp again and just stay here for the night.
Yeah.
All right. So in that short 6-7 hours, you guys managed to walk around 5 to 6 miles, and you guys set up your camp. Did you guys set up a fire?
That
We
would be
gotta keep
smart, I
warm.
reckon.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have rations or food that you guys can eat whilst you're?
We have
Okay.
stale bread.
I have rations.
No, we don't.
I have rations.
I threw all the bread I had to the sharks.
Oh, right.
Oh,
And it.
And you throw your last what was it? Moldy
Croissant.
croissant or whatever it may.
Yeah. I do have rations.
I have 1 rations.
I have
I have
10
10.
rations.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you guys are gonna have to share rations in that
I'm
case.
gonna share rations with Yuda, cause
Okay.
I'm gonna share my rations with the rest of the gang.
Okay. All right. Sounds
I have my own rations, thank you.
good.
Fine, I'll eat my own trail mix.
I will
So-
make do with my own rations. I have 1 rations for today, so I'll use my own.
I have chicken nuggies.
I want chicken nuggies.
Okay.
What
so
you guys getting your rations today, y'all? My mama packed me chicken nuggies.
Chicken
I have only trail mix.
I have a sandwich that
my
hand-
mama packed me some dry cereal.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I love dry cereal.
Dry
So,
cereal is actually really
You
good.
guys eat your
I like dry
rations
cereal.
as you kind of sit around the fire. Do you guys talk to each other or just all sit in silence?
I'm gonna sit in silence while I eat my
Talk
chicken.
like people do.
I try to strike up something with Regio.
No, Regio.
How are
Um,
things?
so-
How's the
Zerx?
wife?
That's the one.
So what would you do? Hey, Regio, was it?
I've just like subtly lifted up my mask so my mouth pokes through. I'm just eating my chicken nuggies.
I can't like
Are
get
they
the
dinosaur
image out of my head of
chicken nuggets?
Regio literally just like moving his mask only up so you can see his
And
mouth
then-
and he's like
and then- and
chomping
I
on, like,
put it
chicken
down.
nuggets.
And then I pull out a milk carton with a straw and poke it through my mouth hole. And just subtly slurp some milk and just look at you. Look like I'm doing nothing wrong.
With milk.
This milk is
Wait.
tasty.
So, Zerx, you're striking up conversation.
Yes, so Regio, was it?
Yes.
Since we'll be traveling together for what I assume to be a bit, mind telling us a little bit about yourself? It doesn't have to be anything, spectacular. Just, let us know what kind of person you are.
Well, I'm not exactly the talkative type. I was raised on this island. That's pretty much it, to be honest. I'm not really that interesting.
So you should know the island pretty well, huh?
Not exactly. I only stayed in one village where weren't exactly allowed to leave very often.
Hmm.
Oh,
So
that's
you
kinda
really
boring.
like to keep to yourself, huh?
Yes, you could say that.
I mean, understand. Like, I mean, I have not seen a lot of this place yet, but I'm sure there's a lot to do.
Yes, the nature here is quite vast. Quite a lot of things to do in that regard.
This village where you grew up in, what was it like?
I stay really quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Okay.
Maybe I should.
Start slurping my milk.
Um. Anyway, what about you guys? And I refer to like everyone else but Lark because I know Lark.
Yeah.
We haven't had a proper introduction from what I remember. We don't know a lot about each other yet, so you guys mind telling a bit about yourselves?
How about you go first, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure thing. I come from afar. I come from this from a temple where I used to do the monk things, training and vows, that kind of stuff. I had a really cool master at the time, who would tell me all these kinds of stories about how beautiful the world is and the places he's seen and that kind of stuff. And I was so, I guess, entranced by his stories that just I had you know, the will to see the world for myself, I guess. So I dropped out of the temple, stopped most of my ways where, I still have some vows that I follow, and went off and, gone on adventures, see the world. That's really all I'm doing.
So where you've been so far?
Oh, I've been past the north of Everdale. It's a wonderful place. They've got some nice like their local like pastries and such there. Oh, to die for. They were almost just as good as the muffins we had from that one lady. What was her name again? You always brought them by, Cora.
It's Althea.
Yeah, those were delicious. Those were amazing. But the ones up north, they were a little, they were a little more how do I say that? Less sweet, I suppose. You could really tell that they were made by someone that's, very corporate. Whereas with her, those muffins were great. But yeah, no, the north definitely had some beautiful sights, amazing people. Taverns there were fun. And the pastries there were probably the most prominent part of that trip there.
I wanna go there.
I'd love to take you there at some point. Who knows? Maybe our adventures will allow us to go there. But that's really like the most prominent thing that I've found on our travels. It's not been very long since I started traveling, but it's been a great time so far. So what about you guys?
Well, I mean, I guess there's not really a story for me. I'm just looking for, someone that's important to me. My brother.
I see.
This...
And I suppose I'd be prying too much if I asked why you exactly are looking for him and how you lost him.
He just disappeared, I guess. There's not really much to it, I guess.
He just downright disappeared?
Well, one morning I woke up and he wasn't home and he didn't come back. So I set out on an adventure, a quest to go find him.
That sounds... And you didn't have like any leads as to whatever, could have done that? So maybe like... Do you know if he was taken or if he just went out on his own?
No clue.
Well, I suppose that there's another quest that we have on the side, huh?
There was no sign of struggle at all?
I don't know if he went by himself or if something happened. Like I said, I just woke up one day, and he was gone. So
Well, since we're along for the ride anyway, we hope that we can find your brother in the same way that we are trying to finish our quests here.
yep.
We'll be along for the ride.
And I kind of turn around and get quiet.
Sorry if what he asked was a bit too much.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
What about you? Yuta? Was it?
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to share about yourself? Anything, I don't know, a story, your past, where you're from?
What can I say? Honestly, I've been kind of everywhere.
Huh? That must be nice.
I
So
haven't
you're a
been up
traveler as well,
to-
or
Could say that.
do you come from afar?
Sure, sorta.
Huh. So, where are you from?
Just a small village.
I see. Yeah, I've only been through like, bigger quote-unquote capitals, so, smaller villages I haven't really gotten the chance to go through. But I'd love to.
I don't usually go to large places. Largest place I've been is the place we came from. I already forgot the name.
I see. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Lark, how about you introduce yourself to the others as well?
Sorry, my bird was making noise. She's a little chirpy today, but oh great, nervous.
This.
Me too.
Well, what do you guys want to know specifically?
I'm from.
Good question. I mean, I'm a native islander, not from here, but I'm from a smaller island chain around here.
Ooh, how about we tell them about how we met?
You do that.
All right. So, the way that me and Lark actually met was I was just traveling through the islands and such, and I stumbled upon this tavern, which I thought would be a nice place to rest up at. So, I took a seat and got myself some drinks, had a good time, talked to some people, and all of a sudden, these like gang of like rowdy, friggin' pirates, I'd like to believe, or like just a gang of like people just started like rampaging around in the tavern, and I didn't know what to do. Then at some point, this one guy just starts like targeting me for some reason. I was just enjoying a drink, and then that led to me kind of fighting back. Of course, 'cause I'm not going down without a fight. And during that fight, I actually managed to fight side by side with Lark here, who also was fighting off this, gang, which at the time we didn't know their name. Apparently, they're called the Liqueur Gang. They're known for petty crimes and such. Well, managed to fight them off. Exited the tavern, and Lark was asked me if I could be part of her crew. And then thinking, this gives me access to, gives me easier access to things like boats and better travels. So I thought, you know what? Yeah, I'll tag along. And that's essentially how we became, how we met each other.
Actually, me and Yuta met before we went to jail.
We don't talk about that.
I see.
I read it anyway.
You're not gonna talk about it? I mean, if
Yuta
Yuda doesn't want to, that's
something.
fine.
And I kind of scammed the guard's mother.
You scammed
You
someone?
scammed his mom?
What?
Yeah.
How did you manage to do that?
Well, look, I pull out my cards, right?
Oh
I'm just
boy.
here. Do you guys want to play a game?
No.
I don't like the sound of that now. If you're willing to scam someone's
long as there's-
mom.
As long as there's nothing on the line, I'm willing to try.
Oh my god.
All right. All right.
Might as well, right? Have a bit of fun with it. Right. So,
Okay.
how does the game work?
How does the game work?
Yes.
So,
Quality content.
for the purposes of this, we will we'll say okay. There's
Blackjack.
I don't know how to play
Yes,
blackjack.
of
I don't know how to
course.
play that. I don't know how to play that.
don't?
there's
I
20
don't.
cards in a deck, right?
Sorry.
There's 20 cards in the deck.
In this deck.
Yeah, in the deck that Cora is
Okay.
holding.
Okay. So like,
Um,
there's just like 52 in like the deck, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, no. So in this deck there's 20.
20. Okay, yeah.
Wouldn't there be 19 because she gave one away?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that would be the case. Yeah, so it would be 19.
I'll remember this. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's a good job on remembering. So there's 19 cards in this deck. You would pick a card, and at that point you would know what it was. You wouldn't show it to Cora. Cora would then roll a performance check to see how well she would do, and then but she do it with advantage because she's very used to playing the game.
Yeah.
And somehow she might guess your card, she might not.
All right, that's cool. We can do that.
So we'll say it's that.
Yep.
I did not
All
say
right.
that.
It's fine. Don't worry.
So yeah.
Go for a game.
Play.
So Zorks, roll a d20 to see what kind of card you pick.
Okay. Just a D20.
Just a d20.
All right. Satin.
Okay. All right. So let's have a look. So the 13 on that list. Where is it? Okay, I don't have it. Cool. The 13 on that list. You pick a card out of the kind of like the stack that Cora has folded open in front of you, and you pick one of the cards, and it has this knight in shining armor on top of like a white horse depicted
Right.
on it.
But you'll tell me if she gets it right or not, right?
Yeah.
Then-
I'll be able to determine that.
Okay.
And it has that depicted on it, but however, the face of the knight is replaced by a bright shining sun, which kind of has a face like drawn into it.
Okay.
And that's kind of the card that you have. So you give that back to Cora without her seeing it. Cora, roll a performance check.
At advantage.
With advantage.
Woo! That's a double
Wow.
fucking nat 20, bro.
Oh.
Alright, it's a random dice generator, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, dude. Fucking hell.
Okay.
I just
so,
have mad luck.
Yeah. So Cora, you take the card back. You shuffle them in all kinds of intricate ways, like making them flip from hand to hand, and like kind of like also like behind your head, you're just making them flip back and forth. As the cards for you, Zerks, the cards are just—it's like this spectacle, right? It's like these cards are flowing from place to place without Cora even needing to direct them, and it's all like one big natural show, essentially. Until at some point, Cora says, "Is this your card?" But she doesn't hold anything out. Upon reaching in your pocket, you pull out a card with indeed the knight on the white horse with the sun for a face. And Cora manages to somehow slip that card into your pocket without you even realizing it.
Oh wow, that's really cool. No wonder you got to scam that guy. Damn.
It was his mom, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Wasn't it his grandma, actually?
Oh.
Was it? I
Goes
don't
even-
remember my
the rabbit hole
backstory.
continues.
So it was a grandma, but it was the mom of George.
Yeah. That's the,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
thing.
Lieutenant's George mom.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
And
yeah,
that's how you
I am
scam.
definitely not surprised.
And that's how you scam money out of people.
Huh. That's pretty impressive. That's really cool.
Thank
So I give
you.
her the card back.
I do a
It's
little
also
foul.
illegal.
Shut up.
I mean, it's
You're the
illegal,
one
but
who's
you I mean,
maniacal.
What?
even
No.
as bad as things are, you can respect, true craftsmanship and, the talent that's developed and nurtured.
Thank you. I do like a little bout with my like shirt dress.
And I give her back the card.
All right. Yeah. You guys finished the game. Are you
Alright, that
guys
was
saying anything else to each other?
I want to arm
Um,
myself real bad.
I think it's about time we head to bed, you guys. It was a good talk though. You know, I definitely felt like I know you guys a bit better now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bedtime.
Let's go. Yeah,
We
let's
know
get
each
this
other
done. Sleep.
a lot more, I'm sure.
A lot more.
A lot more than what we used to.
Let's go with that.
Alright, so you guys,
I'm gonna get my bedroll out.
yeah, you guys get your bedrolls out, you put them down on the floor, and you slowly all start falling asleep.
Sleepy time.
I would like everyone except for Lark to deafen up, please.
Oh. Shit.
All right, definitely time.
Literally. God damn it.
Alright,
I'm
so
so nervous.
I can't see. Okay, everyone's deafening up. Cool.
Okay,
Alright, so
everything's going.
as you take out your bedroll and you roll out nicely, you know, in a somewhat secluded place, you stick a little bit close to Zerx because you've known him the longest, but you still, you know, you keep your distance. As you lie down and you're about to put your head down onto the bedroll, you look up into the open evening sky, and you can see a bunch of stars shining brightly. Upon a closer look at the stars, you can make out the shape of a bird that is being formed by the absolute brightest stars in the sky. And as you realize this, you feel a calm, warm glow go through your body. It's something you haven't felt for a very long time, and it very weirdly reminds you of home. Is there anything you do at this point?
I don't know what to do currently.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
I'll just continue, you know, watching what's going to happen, I guess.
Okay. So as you continue, you know, kind of keeping focus on the sky, trying to make out more patterns and stuff, you see that the bird kind of, it starts out as like a little baby bird, right? And you can't really make out the type of bird or anything like that. But as you focus, you see the stars almost like moving, and some extra stars like joining up to almost showcase how this bird is growing up, and how at some point there's these wings that are sprouted, and all seems to flow away as it kind of moves across the sky. And as it disappears from your sight, slowly after about 20 seconds, it appears again on the other side, and it kind of glides across the sky as it stops, stays in place, and it seems to be looking directly at you. At that point, you again feel that same warm glow, and you again get reminded to back home, to the memories both bad and good, and to feeling some resemblance to the bird in the sky. As your eyes kind of start blinking to a close as you get more tired and tired, the stars seem to kind of fade away again, and still shining brightly, but definitely no longer in the pattern of a bird. Just before your eyes close, before you take a final sleep, you see a stork flying across the sky and just disappearing off into the distance as you then fall asleep. And you have a long, tumultuous dream about where you come from, what's currently happening to your family, and why you even left in the first place. It's a tiring dream, but it's definitely something that is bringing back memories you have chosen to hide away, and some memories that you'd forgotten at this point. It's not as nice of a sleep as you would have expected it to be. Right near the end, you seem to see a new memory, something you can't actually remember as you experiencing it, but you see a bright, warm smile, maybe that of your mother, or maybe it's one of your sisters. But whatever it is, it's warm, it's kind, it's forgiving most of all. And it just says one word: welcome. After which it fades, and the rest of your night is blank, without any more specific memories forming up. And that's how your sleep continues.
Okay, holy shit, I have to write all of that down.
we can
All
definitely
right.
we can definitely sit down afterwards and go over it.
Discuss this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I will tag everyone.
Let everybody
to-
back in.
Yeah. Nice stuff. There we go.
Back.
Welcome back.
So,
We smell.
as everyone wakes up again, just waiting for Yuta and Rijo to do the same. You all have a.
So I had this dream that I couldn't hear anything.
So do we have everyone?
I made sure
back
to mute the stream as well.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
same.
Ah,
Okay, so we have everyone except for Regio, who I think is having some food. So who, before you guys all go to sleep, who is gonna take watch?
Wait, didn't we already sleep?
No, you guys haven't slept yet.
Ah, I see.
We were about to, and then we had to go deafen because. Ooh.
My bad.
I took the
Mark
last.
just had to ascend.
So who's taking watch?
I took watch last night, so.
Yeah, I can take watch this time.
Not it.
Okay, so it's just me. Okay.
I mean, someone else.
You're
is gonna
fine.
have
I
to
can.
take
I can do.
I can. Oh,
I can take watch.
There we go. Perfect timing.
Zerx and Regio, who's gonna go first?
I'll roll first.
Okay. All right. So Zerx, roll your perception. Yeah.
That's a 17.
All right. So as the first 4 hours of your watch kind of begins, nothing much seems to occur. You get spooked a little bit by some of the more nightly birds that are flying around and making a bunch of noises you haven't heard before, not even on your travels, as it seems there's a very different flora and fauna here in the Fener archipelago than there would have been where you have already traveled. But nothing major happens. There seems to be no danger. You don't notice anyone, and your watch slowly comes to an end as you prepare to wake up Regio. Is there anything you'd like to do in between that moment?
No, I'm good. I'll go to Regio.
Okay.
And then, do I wake him up?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
something okay, cool. Okay, fine. Hey, dude. Yep. Sorry to wake you so
Is it
suddenly.
my time for the watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna go knock out now.
Okay. Rest well.
Thank you. Be safe.
Okay. All right. So Regio, as you wake up, roll your perception check to see how your watch goes. Okay. All right.
If that was a natural one, you just go like, you get scared by everything around you.
No. So
What happened?
as you kind of sit against a tree, really wrapping your cloak around you, as the temperature's definitely dropped to a still relatively comfortable but definitely cold temperature in the nighttime. Definitely also as the breeze kind of dies down, and there's literally just the trees and your cloak protecting you from any of the severe cold. You sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you notice something. Something's off. Just now there was the sound of birds and some of the nightlife kind of scuttling around, but now that's gone. It's gone completely quiet.
spooky.
What do you do?
So did it go like all of a sudden, or did it like gradually go over time?
From thinking back, as soon as you were paying quite good attention, it kind of happened relatively suddenly. Kind of within a minute, it all just died down.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump up as quietly as I can so I don't wake anyone else up, and just look around, like going around the perimeter of the camp.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me, please.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey guys!
So let's have a look.
You step on a twig,
Shit.
and like
I
a
step
whole
on a
like, tree, like
screaming twig. I just step on it and just say, ah!
So
The twig screams.
as you start inspecting the perimeters of the camp, you originally hear some movement, some twigs breaking, some leaves ruffling, and as you're kind of moving around, you're a bit groggy and you're not paying enough attention, and so you end up breaking a twig, and all that ruffling that you just heard just earlier now just stops. All of a sudden, it goes dead quiet.
Bruh.
As you
You
look,
spook them.
as you peer into the distance towards the eastern side of your little camp, you see a somewhat larger than you shadow, something quite bulky, something quite animal-like. You can kind of determine four legs or arms or something like that. There's definitely 4 limbs there.
it's another knoll, dude.
And it seems to be kind of sitting down with 2 of its arms kind of like stretched out onto the ground. And you can see some separate shapes kind of hanging onto the back of this creature. It seems to be looking your direction.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on it and slowly back up and wake up whoever's closest to me. I don't know where I am in terms of.
So in terms of location, I don't have any visual prepared for this, but I'd say that probably Yuta is the closest to you right now.
Shit.
Okay, so just repeatedly spam poke you in the ribs.
Aw. 5 more minutes.
And I'll just go,
Wake up, everyone else. There's something over there. It looks
Shit.
pretty fucked up.
Okay. I'll go wake up everyone else.
Okay, alright, everyone's now awake.
What's going on?
There's something in the distance. It definitely looks inhuman, but I can't quite see it. It's a silhouette
I point to where it is. I'm like,
over there.
I kind of like try and squint at it and see what it is that he saw. 'Cause, you know, I just woke up and everything's kind of like foggy and shit.
Roll a perception check.
That's a 14 for perception.
Okay. So as you kind of focus, it's definitely an animal. It's not like it's a humanoid or anything like that. It's definitely an animal of sorts. And like I said earlier, it's got 4 limbs, 2 of which are definitely protruded out of kind of like coming out the shoulders, but they go straight towards the ground. This creature's about 7 foot tall.
You're a tall boy.
Atrocity.
Sorry?
Oh no, don't worry.
No, it's not a monstrosity. No, it's not.
I hold my quarterstaff, you know, kind of like half-assed, but like, you know, it's like I'm ready, but like I'm sleepy.
Okay.
I send Terry to go look what it is closer up.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for Terry. Okay.
Ah, I see.
So,
bother it.
so as Terry relatively silently kind of goes up into just above the tree line, just as it kind of takes off. It circles around a bit, and then it comes back again to you, and it telepathically tells you that the creature is carrying some babies with itself. It doesn't know the creature because it has never seen it before.
Wait, can you describe to me what does it look like?
It's got fur, but very short fur. It is it's very strong looking, very muscular, and it's kind of it is the opposite of bipedal. I'm not sure what it's called.
Quadrupedal.
A quadruped, yeah.
I
What is that?
It's on 4 legs.
4 legs.
Okay.
I turn to the others and I just say, "There's a strong furry mama out there."
Do
Oh.
you say it
Oh,
out
what?
loud or do you say it softly?
Yeah, I say it like whispering.
Alright, okay.
Then let's just leave it alone.
Yes, it will be
Can we see
wise
that it's
not to
looking at us?
provoke it.
It seems that way. It seems to be looking your direction.
Yo, it's like a
It's not
Bigfoot scenario.
attacking.
Hold up, yo, is it big?
It's
Holy
It's a
shit.
big
Bigfoot's on 2 legs.
Yeah,
yeah.
Bigfoot.
this
Uh,
mama
I
has
reckon.
legs.
Okay, so let's just back off. You know, back up slowly and slowly, and see what happens.
Yeah, we should not bother an animal who has children.
Exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
saying let's back up.
Okay, let's back up.
Let's leave mom alone.
Okay. So as you all together start moving backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet, right? Very
The things are
slowly,
dashing at us.
very carefully. You guys see that the creature that's looking at you and you guys are looking at it. You can kind of see it kind of like sort of raise itself a little bit, where it still keeps its arms on the ground, but just it's extending its legs out, as it kind of just goes.
Oh no!
Bro, we're not
As it-
doing anything. We're just existing.
I'm
As
still
it-
holding this down, but I just keep moving backwards slowly. and slowly.
Okay.
But I am ready to
Yeah.
to react to it if it jumps out.
Okay.
Give it
so
some
as
of
you
your
guys-
trail mix.
As you guys keep on moving backwards, it goes, and it kind of walks off towards a different direction, not bothering with you guys. And as it kind of walks away, and a glimpse of moonlight catches it, you guys see that this is a pretty large gorilla.
Gorilla?
That has some
What?
baby
No,
gorillas
fucking
on the
Tarzan
back.
up
You
in
said
the
the trees were getting more jungly. Shit.
Oh right, yeah. Damn.
And it seems you guys have successfully managed to defuse the situation.
Woo!
It's a big ass
Oh, yeah.
monkey.
It's a
Yes, it
big-
is. It is large.
Yeah, that was 7 feet of that's 7 feet of a gorilla.
That was 7 feet
was-
sitting down.
7 feet.
Sitting
That was
down.
7
Fucking
feet
hell.
of pure muscle. That's what it was.
Yeah.
was a
Okay, I'm glad we
lot.
managed to avoid that. Now, let's see if we can catch the rest of our sleep.
I don't.
Thank you, Regio, for waking us up. Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna sit down, cross-legged on the floor, and just stare at where the gorilla was. I'm like, nah, it ain't rushing us.
Okay, alright, sure.
Nah.
So the rest of you
I
guys...
feel like sits down. As he sits down, I walk over to him and give him like a shoulder pat, like, I appreciate it, and I go back to the tent.
I wanted to go sit down next to Regio.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that.
I like just sit down and I'm like, hey, thanks. But I don't leave. I don't leave.
I just slowly like scoot away while sitting down. I'm like, close.
I just sit there.
Okay, alright. So, as the both of you continue watch, Lark, you and Zerx, you guys go back to sleep?
Yep.
Okay, alright. Cora, do you stay there the entire time, or do you at some point go back to bed? Because if you stay the entire time, you will get a point of exhaustion.
No, I'm asleep there.
Okay, you're gonna sleep next to Regio.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Alright.
Oh, I see what she's trying to do.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to do the
sleep.
anime shoulder
I'm
sleep
not gonna
technique.
sleep. I'm gonna pass out there.
Okay,
Ah, I
alright.
see what you're trying to do.
So Cora, as you pass out, you definitely fall asleep, and you continue the rest of your sleep just normal. Regio, as you continue your watch, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna drink some milk again.
Okay, alright, you finished.
Gotta get my strong bones, brother.
Okay, well you finished the last of your milk. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Mm.
Alright, so you guys, or you finish your watch, and then as soon as it reaches about 7 a.m., you wake everyone up again, and everyone's now awake. What are you guys doing?
All right, let's continue.
Travel time.
Yep.
Let me tell you guys, sleeping on a log is not fun.
Well, don't sleep on a log.
It's like, I was trying to sleep with you, but you fucking moved.
Wait, no.
Did anybody else sleep a little weird? Like,
Huh?
just like other than the log, I mean.
No, I slept
Cora's
just fine.
neck's like
Nope.
90 degrees permanent. It's like,
Alright, let's go then.
All right.
Alright,
Let's go.
You guys go on your way again?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So as you awaken once more, the temperature gets a little bit warmer today. But however, the sea breeze that you guys were experiencing in previous days is definitely gone now. You can no longer hear the squawking of seagulls in the distance, but instead you hear a wide range of tropical birds flying around and communicating with each other, which gives quite the auditory spectacle for you guys to listen to whilst you're traveling. Around 1 p.m., as the sun just barely crosses the middle point in the sky, you guys see a very small clearing with a half broken down statue.
Oh.
Ah.
What is this?
What's the statue of?
Well, yeah.
Would you guys
What
walk up
was
to
it
it?
for?
Yes.
I would like to.
Okay, alright.
Sure.
What
Yeah,
does the
well, that's
statue
it.
look like?
So the statue it's pretty broken down. It's definitely not in a good shape anymore, and it definitely looks pretty old from a distance. You can already tell this is probably centuries old. As you get closer, it looks to be a set of 5 dragon heads, all kind of protruded out from a roughly about 6 foot tall pillar, and so on an evenly divided space. These dragon heads are protruded out, and all of them are significantly different from the previous one. And from what you guys can tell, yeah, it's like a dragon statue. Probably towards one of the more dragonborn related gods and deities. But I don't think any of you were to know specifically what this statue is.
I pointed at one of the heads and I'm just like, look, Terry, it's you!
Terry kind of looks at it and just squawks a little bit and telepathically says, yeah.
I thought you'd be offended.
Like-
what was that, Regio?
You're calling me fat right now?
I did not know Terry had any form of communication as well.
Yeah. Terry has telepathic communication with Cora.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Well, you don't see, you don't know
Oh,
anything.
no, I know.
No, Callum sees.
Hmm.
Regio doesn't.
Callum sees because Callum is blind man.
So, what do you guys do? Is it
Can we inspect it a bit more?
Sure.
Is there any writing that we
Can I see if I
read
can?
on
Can I roll
So-
history to see if I know anything about it?
Is anyone aiding Zerx in checking this this statue?
I was gonna ask
Oh,
if
I'm
there was any
curious about it.
writing.
Because I like to think that I have at least a little knowledge about like anything
Okay.
like dragon.
I mean,
or
definitely-
I speak
definitely.
Draconic.
So wait, is this a statue or a skeleton?
It's a statue. It's definitely a statue. It's made up out of like this white marble stone that has a very grey tint to it.
Why is it just
okay.
in the middle of nowhere?
Good question.
I'm gonna look around the area to see
investigate
if there's anything that like might have caused it because it's broken, right? Or is it just?
It's looking pretty worn down, pretty broken. Yeah. So before you guys continue, so Yuda, Regio, you guys are kind of looking around, seeing why the statue's here.
Mhm, yeah.
Okay. All right. And Cora and Zerch, you guys are inspecting the statue.
Yeah, I was gonna look for like if there's any writing on it.
Okay. All right. So, Lark, is there anything you're doing?
I just want to look around for like at the statue as well, see if there's
Okay.
anything specific there.
All right. So, are all three of you rolling separately, or is someone rolling at advantage?
I wanted to see if I could roll history to see if I remember anything because like
Okay, so
I
it'll
am-
definitely
I
be a history
think-
check. But I'm just asking who, or is someone aiding you, or are you doing it on your own?
unless someone wants to aid me in history,
Nah.
I'll be rolling on my own.
I think I'm doing my own.
Okay,
I
everyone's
can
doing
do
that, that's
it.
fine. So, Zerx, Cora, and Lark, you guys roll your own history checks, please.
Maybe history, because I'm just looking for any writing on it.
Then in
what
your
the
case,
fuck?
investigation.
Investigation.
Y'all suck.
So,
Jesus.
so Lark, I'm gonna need you
yes.
I'm gonna need you to re-roll this. I'm at advantage because I forgot something.
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa!
Okay.
It's the exact same roll, but separate.
Yes, it is random.
It's
It is random,
backwards.
guys. Don't worry. Okay, so I'll start with Cora. So Cora, as you take a closer look at the statue, you kind of trace your hand across some figures and some like lines and things. You really can't really make out what all this stuff means. You don't even know if it really has a meaning. You can't really figure out like sentences or things or words or anything of the kind. And so you just know that there's inscribings on it, but you definitely can't read it, and you definitely can't make sense of where it starts and where it stops. So yeah, there's not much that you see there. So Zerx, you take a look at this, and you've definitely heard something that mentions a 5-headed dragon.
Well, I was learning Draconic.
Yeah, I mean, it did not come up in when you learned how to speak Draconic. However, it did come up in one of the stories of your mentor that he told you a very long time ago, which is that this is probably a statue of the evil Queen of Chaos, Tiamat. But that's kind of all you know. You don't really know what the story is behind this deity. You don't really know what they stand for or who's mostly attracted to worshipping this deity. You just know that this is Tiamat, or a offering to the deity Tiamat.
The statue is an offering.
It's a it's a form of worship.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
I'm writing it down.
Okay. So
Tiamat, you said?
Tiamat, yes.
Tiamat.
Yes.
Right.
So, Lark, as you take a look at this, you definitely recognize this. This, due to your dragon ancestry, you definitely know who this is, and you know what they are, and stuff like that. So you know that, like I said, this is the Queen of Chaos, otherwise known as the Chromatic Dragon, Tiamat. You know that Tiamat has 5 heads, all a different color, because they all represent a different area of being a dragon, right? Well, one is blue for ice, the other is yellow for lightning, there's one red one for fire, etc., etc. Let's have a look. You know that this is a evil deity, and mostly people that have an evil alignment or are up to no good tend to worship this deity in return for help in their adventures for doing bad things, and mostly stealing, deceiving, persuading people to do things that normally wouldn't be them. You also know that as the story goes, Tiamat generally has a lair, but it has several different lairs, which it can switch between in a matter of seconds. No one's quite sure how, but you also know that Tiamat also has human forms that they used to use in order to achieve great riches or kill a person that has done Tiamat wrong. You don't really know what these human forms are called or what they look like, but you know that this is definitely a very deceiving deity, and definitely not one you want to be openly associated with.
That's a lot of writing. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay.
that was a lot of telling too.
Woo.
Okay, so Yuda and Regio, you guys investigate the surroundings.
Yep.
Roll your investigation checks, please.
Woo.
19.
Hey.
What?
Aw.
Oh.
Okay.
You see, I have X-ray scanners in my mask.
So as the two of you kind of stick together and start investigating the surrounding area, you don't see particularly anything out of the ordinary. It seems, as the statue definitely looks old and decayed. So looks this open clearing around it. It seems like the nature around it has, over the past decades, has just started taking over. You find some rocks and pavement that is definitely from some kind of maybe a little town or a little settlement that might have been here centuries ago, but nothing that indicates that there's still people living here. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, that's pretty much all you guys see. There's some spider webs and things, and there's some very old wooden barrels, but
Huh.
nothing's in them. And yeah, like I said, they look very brittle, very decayed.
I see.
Is there anything you guys do?
Let's see. Did anyone find anything interesting?
I mean, there's some
Nothing over here.
scribbles on the side, but I don't think they mean anything, so no.
Oh, actually, who speaks Draconic?
Me.
Zerx, do you speak Draconic?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So.
Fun time, fun time.
Yeah. So for
Who knew
Larkin-
this was gonna? Who knew this was gonna help me at some point?
So, Lurk and Zerx, you guys look at the writing that Cora points out, and you can see that it says Tiamat will be adored here as our one and only true queen of chaos.
Oh, nice.
So okay, I'll say that to the rest, like kind of like Tiamat, and I read that to them like that,
Mhm.
Huh. Oh right, because I know about this, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't remember this very clearly, but I do recall my master telling me about this Tiamat once. Lark, do you know anything more?
Yeah, I actually do, and I described basically like she is an evil deity,
Mhm.
and each head
What?
representing a different type of dragon.
Mhm.
Why would they worship this evil? I shouldn't even be questioning this.
I mean, yeah. Why?
Very
First of all,
simple
why?
out here.
Second of all, why here, of all places?
It is a weird place.
Isn't
Seems
this
so
like in the
out of
middle of
nowhere.
the jungle?
Yeah,
It
that's
might
why
have
it's
been
kind of
civilized
confusing.
at some point.
Is this whole island full of people who like worship or want to
Weird
summon
stuff.
like evil deities or whatever?
Come on, guys! It's Cold Island.
Cult Island.
Welcome to Spooky Island.
Blood Moon. No. Cult.
Cold Island.
Honestly, this island is just full of cults.
Well, this was probably a past cult, considering. Look how
You
beat
know.
up.
Yeah, it's
How
very
fast
decayed.
up are we talking?
I don't know.
Didn't like Chris say
That-
that was like really like pretty
that
like
was-
really old, at least centuries old.
Yeah,
That
said it was pretty
was a
upset.
rhetorical question.
I got square brain.
Why is it fucking?
I mean. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we've seen it all. I suppose let's continue our journey. I guess you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention the human form thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So I suppose the cupcake rule still applies.
Yes, cupcake.
So, Lark, from your knowledge, they can't just turn into anyone, but they can turn themselves into a human. And those closely related to Tiamat, like the most devoted followers, they know what she looks like when she's in human form, and she knows what name she goes under. But in general, the only other people that would really know what she would look like or what name she would use would be the people that had an encounter with her and were lucky enough to walk away alive.
okay, then I'll mention that and make sure that they know that, she's not a doppelganger.
Mm,
Yeah, because she
Right.
definitely can't shapeshift. Well, not in that way.
right. Well, I mean, the cupcake rule is probably still safe to keep in mind for just in case.
Cupcake rule?
Right. You don't know
Oh.
that yet, so I explained it to read you.
Okay, well, explain it to me.
Basically.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
before, I mean, Corey, if you want to help out, I don't mind it.
Basically, before we got onto this island, we fought some doppelgangers, and we were scared that one of us would that the doppelganger would turn into one of us. So me and Zerx came up with an idea of you ask a random question and you have to answer cupcake if you're not a doppelganger.
Yo, I totally forgot that rule.
Regio kind of just stares blankly because he doesn't know what the fuck a doppelganger is, so he's just kind of like smile and wave.
Can we
She's
sense
like-
that from him? Can we sense that? He doesn't understand.
Make a insight check.
All right, let's
I
see.
You can see through my mask.
That's a 21.
So yeah, you can definitely tell that Rijo has no clue what a doppelganger is.
Right, so I tell him, well, essentially, doppelgangers are these, was it human, not monstrosities? What are they?
No, it is.
No,
It's humanoids.
Okay, so there's these humanoid monsters type of things that can essentially, become us. I guess they could transform into anyone and everything, and pretend to be them.
As long as they've been with the person for long enough.
Okay, now I understand.
What
Right.
if Regio's a
What
doppelganger?
if he just doesn't believe us at all? He's just in there like, all right.
Up off, I guess.
It's a very good question, Yuda.
Mhm.
That's a big question.
Yo, you gonna
All
make
right.
him fun of?
Okay, so do you
I
guys
might-
do anything else?
Let's just continue. Let's go.
All right. So, as you all kind of like find your way back into like it's not really a path. It's more just this was kind of like the place where you guys stopped as soon as you saw the statue. You guys start going again. And as you kind of progress, you definitely see a bunch more spider webs and things. They're like just normal small ones. That are kind of like pretty crowded around some trees and things, and you definitely feel like there might be some little nests and stuff around here. So you definitely don't want to shake those up. And as you continue for quite a bit longer, the sun sets once more, and you don't really find a good clearing of sorts. But you can set up camp and kind of make do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. So you guys set up camp. Did you make a fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna burn down this forest with our luck. Okay.
Okay. So
I'm gonna grab some twigs, or
Mhm.
not some twigs, some like branches, and then since I recognize the like we all saw the spider web things, I'm gonna grab a couple of them, light them on fire, and make like a ring around our campsite.
Wait, you're making a ring
Like
of fire
what?
around?
No.
What
So like not like
That
a
sounds
ring
like
of
a-
fire, but like torches placed in each four corners of the things because
Okay.
spiders don't like fire.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
about
Kill
to say a ring of
So
fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Light this place on fire.
Yeah.
Down. Burning ring of fire.
All of a sudden, Rijo turns into like a demon and starts
I turn
summoning
into a
you
fire
guys.
god. I'm like,
Oh shit.
He's the
Okay, so
final
yeah,
boss
you do
guy.
that just fine. You manage to kind of, keep the fire minimized, and you'd reckon these torches run you roughly about 3-4 hours, after which they would stop burning, because they'd be clearly been burned up. Okay, so you all go to sleep?
Yep.
Okay.
I can take a watch.
Okay, yeah. So Cora, you take a watch. Who else?
I'll
I'll
take
take one.
second watch.
Oh,
Okay.
my.
Who's gonna
So
take?
then, because then if I take the second watch, then I can replace the torches.
Okay, yeah, that
Sure
works.
thing, Sure. Okay, so the rest of you go to sleep.
Yeet.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Cora, you taking it first?
Yep.
Okay. Really perception.
Why the fuck are you
Uh,
Nice.
So,
Starts with two nat 20s and then does this.
It's just my luck is just
Yo, if
completely.
we go into combat, you are fucked.
so
No, what do you mean? No, she's gonna be.
Um,
All her bad luck is gone now. In combat, she's gonna be like, oh, nat
She
20s
used up a fair
everywhere.
amount of good. She's used up at least half good luck at the
So-
beginning.
Cora, even though the area is pretty well lit with the extra torches, you
Can't
were
see
just-
shit.
You were just distracted. You were just. It's taking.
Thinking
much.
about-
Nothing
Think
much
about the
has
hunk that we call
happened.
Regio.
Okay.
Nothing much has happened. And you're just kind of playing with some sticks and stuff, and you're kind of playing with Terry. But you're not paying a lot of attention. But nothing seems to happen, and so it looks like you're all okay. As your watch comes to an end, and you gotta go wake up Regio.
Okay. I wake up Luigi and I kind of like just very gently tap him on like his mask because I'm guessing he sleeps with a mask.
Hell yeah, the mask stays on.
Left it like a bongo.
I
You
just
take the mask off, there's just another mask underneath.
Oh, yeah, do secondary mask. Puts a happy
I
face
just
instead
kinda
of a sad
very
face.
lightly like tap the forehead of the mask.
Yeah, okay. It's my turn. My turn. Okay.
It's watch
Thanks for waking
time.
me up. Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Watch
Don't,
time.
I thought you said lunchtime. I was like, bro, don't do that to me. My brother's done that to me before where he fucked me over. I like woke up and he was like, oh yes, it's dinner time. And I'm like, brah, and it's like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, I said it's watch time.
I know, I heard it. Everyone's like, lunch?
Time you get okay?
So Rijo, you get woken up by Cora.
Yeah, I get up and I replace the torches.
Okay. All right, Cora, you go to sleep again. And Rijo, as you replace the torches, they would again last around 3 to 4 hours. So they wouldn't last completely until the end of your watch, but definitely a long way of the way there. Okay, roll your perception. Let's see what you see.
Don't
Okay.
suck.
So,
Wait, Chris, can I argue?
sure.
Since we have the torches, wouldn't it be easier to see?
It's not about how easy
Whilst
it is
I
to
have
see
dark
things,
vision.
It's about the duration at which you have to stay concentrated to see things.
But you already took a nap.
So in general, taking watch uses your passive perception to actually detect things, but it takes your perception roll to see for how long you can essentially keep that up and how focused you are throughout that watch. So that's kind of how I tend to run that.
Alright.
Mhm.
Since I'm clearly distracted, I'm gonna make a stick house.
Okay, all right. So as you're
Mini
distracted,
bush stick house.
you gather around some small sticks and things, and this is definitely an interest you've had before, where you're just you're slowly putting together small buildings and things out of the things you can find around you. And as some of the memories shoot back from your home, you always felt like your parents. They were always very supportive. They always told you, if you want to build things, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. We will support you no matter what.
Because I'm a genius.
Aw, you have a wholesome backstory.
And as you kind of feel that memory coming back, there's a slight tear that runs from the corner of your eye over your cheek, still behind your mask though, and you quickly wipe it.
Not a
Sounds like the
wholesome
anime thing with the
backstory
shoots out my eyes.
anymore.
Mask.
Yeah, so you definitely you wipe the tear before it kind of leaves the cover of your
I was
mask.
crying.
And with that, your watch comes to a close pretty steadily, and there seems to be nothing out for you guys to come and kill you. So
Cool.
I made that torch.
Alright.
you can wake everyone up again.
Alright, I wake everyone up.
Wakey, wakey, eggsy, bakey.
Good morning.
Trail mix.
Did you guys sleep well?
How far are we from the castle?
So at this point, after about 3 days of travel, you've definitely crossed around 16 miles of jungle. So it's roughly half a day to 3/4 of a day before you would arrive at the keep.
I felt something crawl up my back last night.
That was
Oh.
that was Perry.
All right, let's just keep going, shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna look very worldly at Yura.
Does anyone notice my stick house?
I don't know. Does anyone
Oh,
notice Stick
shit.
House?
Can I?
I want to roll for my.
I'm really tempted to knock it down.
Bro, I'm sitting here crying alone at night. You're gonna No, you're gonna knock down my only hope of happiness, bro.
I want to notice it and tell them, oh, that's really cute.
Okay, yeah, you do exactly that.
Did you build it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look up and read you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Imagine the drawing that I did for Cora, but then it's instead of course it's Regia's mask.
Yeah.
So Rijo, you hear Cora ask that.
I look down at her and be like,
Why, yes, I did. I heard of an ancient tale of Bob the Builder, and I like to think
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. The ancient tale of Bob the Dwarven Builder.
You're gonna have to tell me about him sometime.
Honestly, he sounds very interesting.
I see you play with Lincoln logs.
Rijo is slowly dying of an asthmatic attack.
Quick, take off his mask.
Richo has asthma.
So I talked to Vija. You know what? Tell you what. Mind telling us about this Bob the Builder guy and for our next campsite?
Why,
I'm sure that'd be a fun story to tell around the campfire.
You and your stories. Oh my god.
it's quite the tale, I'll tell you that.
I'd love to hear it.
You know, he always had a saying of, "Can he fix it?" Yes, he can.
Jesus Christ. Okay, alright, well, with that, you all make your way onto like this very small, undefined path once more. And this day seems to, kind of be like the past 3 days. As you slowly, make your way through, watching out for any branches that are sticking out, and watching out for any of the roots that could make you trip up. So as you guys continue, most of the day, nothing really happens until roughly about 4 p.m. Cora, you're the first one to see this.
Oh boy.
You can tell that there's definitely more and more spider webs as you continue. And you kind of come to more of an opening as you kind of dodge some of the thicker spider webs. You come to more of an opening as the trees start parting ways, and there seems to be this ground mist kind of just floating along. Nothing too major, but it's definitely there. And you can see a few broken down buildings that were definitely part of some kind of settlement, maybe a few decades ago. But now they're definitely all empty, and they definitely look vacant from the outside as more and more spider webs kind of cover the buildings and stuff like that.
Guys.
Hmm?
We have a spider problem. We have a creepy crawly problem.
You.
What? Huh?
There are a lot of spider webs on those houses, and I point to the houses.
Okay, so as you do that, all of you kind of see the following.
Oh.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. This is...
Spider time.
Ah.
It's okay,
whoa,
guys.
whoa,
If we
whoa.
run fast enough, they can't catch us. All spiders
There we
have
go.
asthma.
That's Richo, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Reju's a spider confirmed.
So all of you kind of see this as there's definitely more of a defined path now that leads towards the bridge, and then across the bridge and into the distance again. You guys can definitely see some of the bigger spider webs. You can see the massive, thick spider web that is spun all across the bridge on the far side. What do you guys
I'm
do?
gonna throw a rock at it.
That's roughly about 60 feet away.
Hold up. I'm gonna come up to it, like to here.
That's 75 feet away. Yeah.
I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
How far is it now? I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Okay. Roll a dex
Like a-
check.
You're gonna summon the spiders, and I'm gonna scream.
Fuck. Dex.
Jeez.
What's up with my roll?
So, you pick up a nicely sized,
I got rid of my token on accident. Fuck.
a very nicely sized. Oh, you get rid of your token.
Look, it's dead.
On accident. I tried to get rid of my drawing that I accidentally made.
There you go. You're back.
Thank you.
So as you pick up a nicely sized little, small boulder of sorts, you kind of take it out and you just yeet it straight for the web, and with all lack of accuracy, like all complete lack of accuracy, this
You hit
boulder
Zerx.
just flies across and just kind of like hits the windmill off to the
Flies
side
backward.
there, after just thumping into the river and just going as as it kind of makes a
How
splash.
do you manage?
Hey, listen, I'm tired, okay?
That's not an excuse.
Yes, it is!
Can I? I'll walk up. Actually, no. Could I potentially jump from here to there?
That's
You're
20
gonna
feet,
jump the
no.
river.
I mean, it's difficult. You can try. It's difficult.
If I just
Actually,
burn
I
the
want
webs,
to see what the water is like. What's in this water?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how dirty is the water? Cause I'm just gonna like go in the water around the spider web.
Okay.
If it's not dirty.
So Zerx, I'll start with you. As you kind of look into the water, it's very dark. It's very.
it's just all spiders.
It's
A
moving
river of spiders.
yeah, in a flowing way. They're moving across. No, it's very dark water. So it's very muddy. It's not clear at all. You definitely cannot see how deep it is, and you definitely cannot really see if there's anything in there. You kind of poke into it a little bit, and it just seems a very muddy, sludgy water. It definitely doesn't run fast, but it runs. And Cora, same for you. You definitely cannot tell what's in there if there's anything.
Can I take like a branch or like a stick that is big and just stab it into the water and see how deep it goes?
Sure. You find a decently 4-foot branch. You take it out. You kind of like you try and do it vertically, but you try and do it as far away from you as you can. You kind of reach almost up to the middle of the river. Well, it's more a stream than a river. And you poke it down. You don't seem to reach a bottom.
Oh.
Okay, so going in it is probably not a good idea.
You get consumed instantly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just see what this web is all about.
Can I take the stick and just kind of like you know how you do it with like the spider webs? You just kind of roll it as like. Can I do that with the same stick?
Sure. Before you do that, I want to ask if Rejo, Lark, or you are doing anything.
I want to burn the webs.
I was gonna
Okay.
look. Okay, I was gonna ask how thick the webs looked.
So those webs, they're probably in contrast to the normal webs that we just know as normal spider webs. These webs, the ones you're looking at the bridge, they're probably an inch thick. As they're quite
Mother's
ropey.
calling.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
they're quite ropey webs. Yuda, you are trying to burn the webs.
Yeah.
Okay, are you using a firebolt to do it?
Yeah, that's the only thing I got.
Okay, all right. Roll your fireball attack.
Step to the
Plus we-
side.
Yeah, get out of the way.
No.
Riju, you might want to step out of the way,
what's my-
buddy.
Do I use my proficiency bonus?
Yeah, you would, yeah.
Hell yeah. Boop. Boop.
There you
Nice.
go.
Okay, all right. So, as you kind of start concentrating, this large ball of fire starts forming in between your hands, and as you push it forwards, it just as it rushes towards the spider webs, and it just hits dead center, and the webs just start burning away as they're vibrating and kind of hang loose, and just it's on fire. It is burning away rapidly.
Easy.
Roll your damage.
I forgot what the damage was. Hold on. D10.
There you go. Okay, yeah. So, you definitely managed to burn a fair chunk of the web.
Nice.
And as you do, you can see that both the left and the right side of that web, they vibrate a little bit. And they vibrate kind of like through the floor, and you can see that there's a lot more webbing like on the floor, on that side. And as it does so, you hear. Actually, no. Roll a perception check.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Where's
Big spider boss is coming up.
So sorry, I'm in mute.
Oh
So.
Jesus Christ. What happens this game, you guys? What the fuck?
Let me have a look.
Is even kijken.
Funny. So you, you see the webs vibrate. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fuck.
Nice.
So how torn up is the web at this point?
There's probably a man-sized hole in the middle that you could probably pass through.
I'm going through, boys.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh
alright.
boy, I will be behind.
I'm
Alright,
going
so
through, boys.
as you step off the bridge, you two Zerks, I'm just gonna freeze it for a second.
Oh.
So as the both of you step off the bridge, kind of like carefully moving through the web to make sure you don't get caught on it.
Still on fire.
You cause more vibrations going through the webbing that's on the floor. And with that, I'd like you guys, the two of you. No, I'd like you to roll some perception, please.
I was gonna say the two of you roll initiative.
That's a 18 to perception.
That's a 10. Fuck. What is up with my rolls?
Alright, so
I got a freaking nut one, dude.
let's have a
So
look,
did
see.
I.
So did Cora.
So
I got
Zerks,
multiple.
Zerks,
ones, I
as you kind of pay attention to what's happening after the webbing vibrates, you look towards the north, and you see the following.
Oh no. What do I see?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, where do I look?
Oh, that's not a spider.
Oh,
Oh, they're fellas! They're back!
You see one very large, probably, pushing the maximum of 6 foot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, large in that sense.
Yeah, large in that sense. Yeah, it's my height. Yeah.
Walking like very calmly, very confidently, walking just.
Oh, these fuckers.
And there's a large, mystical, black smoke-looking flail hanging over his shoulder. There's 2 skulls on the end, and he's on 2 feet. He looks gnollish, but he looks more intelligent, more conscious than the
big
ones you
brain.
had encountered previously. And along his side,
Do
there's
I
3...
see this at this point too?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
he
mean,
laughed.
at this point you don't see this.
Oh, shit.
On his sides, you see 3 bit smaller, around 5.5 foot, more kind of hunched over, gnoll-looking creatures. Not the same ones you'd encountered previously. These ones have a short sword, and they're definitely looking as if they're gonna, as if they're gonna have food, so to speak, and they're just going.
I yelled Lark and Yura is bubblegum point 2.
That's bubblegum point 2.
Oh, shit!
As I would like you all to roll for initiative, please.
Can we talk?
Aw.
Okay, let's go. Oh,
Bro, my
frick.
rolls are shit.
Bruh.
Can we talk
What did I roll?
about
A
this?
16. Let's go. Hey.
Okay, I'm just filling those in.
Roll for Rebecca because she's not here.
Let's see. That's fine. I
Wait,
will.
what is her initiative bonus?
It'll be +3. So that'll be an 18. Let me have a look. This and then this and that. There we go. So these 4 creatures start coming towards you guys, and that's where we'll take a break. I just realized that my mic on the stream has been muted this whole time. Hey!
Oh no!
Ever since I came back from Crackhead Hour, boys, let's go.
Oh yikes!
It's fine. I didn't say anything intelligent, so it's fine.
Neither did we.
It says the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what is your spell DC?
13.
13. All right, let's have a look. Dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
Which one are you aiming at?
That one.
Okay,
The uglier
big
one.
And the DC is 13.
Yeah.
Okay, it rolled a 13, has a +0, so that passes. So I don't think it takes half damage. I think it does it do anything?
Let me read Sacred Flame. Fuck, no, don't look at that. Let's see.
Je ne comprends pas vous ça. God damn it.
Well,
No, they're speaking French now.
it doesn't. They don't take anything if they don't take anything if they succeed.
Okay, all right. In that case,
That's
yeah.
it.
Whack.
You try and cast it, but you
Shit.
can't. The main knoll looks aware enough, and he just kind of you can't really get to focus on him enough to send Sacred Flame his way.
Fuck.
Okay.
Fucking shit.
Does that end your turn?
I suppose. Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. So with that, you can't really get there in terms of concentration. So that ends your turn. Zerx, you're up, and then after that, it is Cora.
Real quick, can I see if they have any like ranged weapons?
You can see that the big guy with the flail, he's carrying a longbow. The other guys don't seem to have anything ranged on them. Whilst you're looking over them, glancing over them, you also see that the main guy has a belt on him, and it has 3 different colored potions on it.
Okay. Capiche. All right, so I move over here
Okay.
just in case he shoots stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will throw a poison dart at the dude.
Okay, alright, roll your attack.
Let's see. Come on, give me something. 22.
Okay, that definitely hits as you take your poison dart and you throw it away with pinpoint accuracy, just shooting through the sky.
All right. That's a dart roll. That's a 8 piercing.
Okay, very nice.
And then a d6 of poison, which will do.
If it.
All right, yeah.
Oh.
Jesus.
As
Take
it
the roll, take the roll.
takes a DC 12 Constitution check. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a natural 1. He does not succeed
Let's
on
go. Let's roll a d6 for his poison damage, and that's a 6. Let's
Oh,
go,
wow.
boys.
that. Okay, very
Nice.
Y'all
nicely
just took
done.
my luck for tonight's game.
Okay, so that turns into.
You'll get it back at some point, I'm sure.
that. Okay, all right, very well done. So as the dart flies through the sky, and he's now also poisoned, which means he has disadvantage on his attack rolls. Let me add that. There we go. He's poisoned. Okay, yeah. So
How long does the poison last?
it lasts a full hour.
Let's go.
Yeah,
All right.
so it will last for the entirety of combat, unless that takes longer than 60 rounds, which I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so the dart just impacts right into one of its big veins in its neck, as the poison seeps in and just rushes through its body. He just goes as he's not okay after that. Okay, does that end your turn?
Shit, I should have used my bonus action for Kensei shot. Because I can't do anything else. You won't let me do that, will you?
I won't let you change it now. No.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Then for my bonus action, I will. What can I do still? You know what? I'll have dodge. I'll do a dodge thing for a bonus action.
Are you preparing it, or are you just
Yeah,
doing
like,
it right now?
what- Yeah, I mean when I say dodge, like I assume like the next attack on me has.
Yeah, so if you prepare your dodge now, the next creature that attacks you has a disadvantage on the attack, as you will try to dodge out of the way, essentially.
All right, yeah, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I'll still be able to catch it, right? Because it'll just make them roll at disadvantage.
Are you trying to catch something, or are you trying to dodge away from the melee attack? Are you doing deflect missile or dodge?
With deflect missile, it's a reaction.
Yeah. So,
If
so
someone were
that's
to
what
make
I'm
an
saying.
attack to me,
Mhm.
they would roll disadvantage if I do dodge for my bonus action.
Yeah, not in ranged cases though.
Really?
I
that's
don't. No, I don't think so.
Hold on.
I'd have to look it up. I can look it up if you like.
Yeah, I'll look at it. So
Because I'm not sure how that works.
combat D&D dodge. Uh,
I'm gonna make some dumplings for dinner.
dodge. When you take dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks until the start of your next turn. Any attack roll made against you has a disadvantage.
Okay. All right.
If
No,
you
fair
can
enough.
see the attacker,
Okay. All right.
and
Fair
you make
enough.
dexterity saving throws with advantage.
All right. Very nice. Okay. Yeah. In that case, yeah, you can take. In this case, as bonus action, I'll have to look at that. But yeah, that's fine. I won't change it this session. Okay. Yeah. So you prepare your dodge, and any attack that comes towards you out of your turn will have disadvantage on you. Okay. All right. So with that, your turn ends, Cora. It's your turn, and after that, it is the turn of the gnolls.
I see.
Whack.
Did you guys roll Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah.
Because
Where can I hide? You know what? You know what? No, I'm not a pussy. I'm not gonna hide. I'm just gonna straight up shoot the big boy.
Okay. All right. Roll your attack.
let's go. Come on. There you go.
All
My
right.
luck.
Very nicely. That definitely does hit. Roll your damage. As you take out an arrow of your quiver, you focus and you pull it back. And you let it go. And just very silently, it travels through the air. As it impacts on the big guy, just it kind of like skims one of its arms as it kind of like tears a piece of flesh out, and it definitely does quite a bit of nice damage. Very well done.
Terry, take arrow and drop it on the head.
Okay, I've been thinking about that. We should talk about that after the session. But for now, it's fine. So Terry flies up with an arrow and attempts to drop on his head. Roll a dexterity check for Terry.
All right.
Shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Fair enough. Roll a d6 of damage and double it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh fuck, double it or
Yeah. No.
double
So
it like.
I'll take the first one, which doubles it
Alright.
to 12. Which nice one.
All right.
As Terry
Right.
takes the arrow and just in an extremely speedy
He just
flyby,
stabs it.
in an extremely speedy flyby, he kind of lets the arrow go at the exact right moment as it just. You were going for the big guy?
Mhm.
Okay. As the arrow just pierces one of its thighs, and it just gets kind of stuck in there now, as Terry flies back towards you. That did a lot of damage. Very
Yes,
well done.
Sorry, I don't want to be like that,
Mhm.
but whenever I crit, I roll 2 die. I don't get to double it.
Yeah, so this is because this would be, it's not really a standard attack, this, and so it kind of works differently than when you would normally crit, because it's only a dexterity check on a crit, it's not a weapon attack on a crit. I'll be happy to explain more afterwards.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm just wondering.
Yeah. So that's a thing. Okay. So does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And with that, the large gnoll creature, which is called a flind, and the other smaller creature, which are called a gnoll gnars, they get their turn now. And let's see, what are they going to do? So these small guys, they're gonna.
How small are the small guys?
They're about 5.5 feet.
Alright,
So-
never mind.
So they're
Still
smaller,
bigger than you.
but not small. So let's
Smaller than
see.
me.
These guys have a lot of movement speed.
Oh
Um,
boy.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, fuck, a lot. Wait, shit.
What the fuck is that? Ew!
Oh fuck, oh shit, oh god.
Um,
Oh
Oh!
god, oh fuck, oh god!
Actually, this guy moves to there.
Oh.
And this guy will move. Actually, no, he's gonna stay right there.
What the fuck?
Okay, so the small guys are all individually. So the two of them are going to make an attack towards you, Zerx, and one of them is going to make an attack towards you, Cora, as they try and protect their leader, so to speak. Let's have a look. So they're going to use their multi-attacks, which means they will make 3 attacks: one with its bite, and 2 with its short sword.
I'm gonna take damage. This is the first time I'm gonna take damage.
So
Thanks
for
a
Zerx,
lot,
I'll start with
Bane.
you. Let's have a look. The bite is a 20 to hit.
Oh my god.
Of course the fucking hit. Fuck you.
Which does a d4 plus 2.
Okay, it's a D4. Okay, at
So
least.
that you take
Plus 2.
4. You take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it's gonna use its short sword to slash twice your way.
Fuck that, bro.
Actually, it doesn't slash. It kind of pokes because it's a piercing weapon. Let's have a look. The first one. However, it's at disadvantage. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Right. It was a disadvantage. What's the other?
So for the.
Wait, why is it at disadvantage?
Because
He's
he prepared
poisoned.
the dodge
Oh.
action.
Oh, I got
Um,
square brain. Wrong one.
So I will re-roll the bite. So the first one's is a 22. The second one is a 6. So the bite does not hit. The first short sword attack is a 18 and a 14.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. And the second short sword attack is a 23 and a 16.
Ah, that hits.
Okay, so the last one there hits.
The last one hits. Yeah.
So that does a d6 plus 2 piercing damage. Oh, he rolls a 1. So that's
Let's
three,
go,
3 piercing
Okay.
damage.
I'll take that. I can take that. Okay,
But
cool.
that was from the one guy.
I know. But
The
I'm
other
still
guy
dodging.
will do the exact same thing, and he will attempt to bite, which was a 6 and a cocked and a 20, so the 6.
Yep.
That does not hit.
Misses.
The short sword, first attack is a 11, so that won't hit. The second attack, a 23 and a 5, as he rolled a natural one. As these guys, as you're just too quick, you're just dodging left, right, and center. As you're just dodging one attack after the next. Very well done. The last null Cora is going to go for you, which is not a disadvantage. He's going to try and bite you, which is a 10 to hit.
Nope,
Okay.
it doesn't hit.
And then it's going to use its short sword.
No, fuck.
That is a 19 to hit.
It happened, you guys.
Oh my god, this is the first damage we've taken all game.
Yeah.
All the fucking
The whole campaign.
whole,
Alright,
whole
so
campaign.
first one hits,
Oh,
and the second
Garbage.
the second one is an 11 to hit.
Yeah,
That
the,
one
the,
misses.
the one hits.
So only one hits.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. That is 7 points of piercing damage, as the one slash manages to catch you off guard, and it just slices you right across the arm, as it leaves quite a deep gash.
Ow, that hurt, you bitch!
So the Flint, the larger flail-carrying creature, he is looking around and he is just taking you all in. As after he took quite a bit of damage already, but he is very much confident that he's going to be just fine. As he takes out his longbow and prepares to shoot for.
Do it, pussy. Do it, pussy. Ain't
So
shit.
Don't.
You ain't shit.
he's going to shoot it towards Lark.
what I do?
As
You just
he,
existed.
as he's trying to understand what kind of strategy he's going to apply here. Alright, let's
Yikes!
see.
I think it's because I said poos.
That is a 22 to hit.
Well, no shit, it is.
Oh no.
So let's have a look. That
Shit,
is,
man.
oh, that's not bad. Okay. That is 2 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
That's
weak.
As he does not get any bonuses on that. So yeah, so he takes out an arrow and he just smiles and just shoots the arrow off to you, as it just kind of scampers your lower arm and it leaves kind of like a cut. And it hurts a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, with that, their turn ends, which means it is now, let's have a look, it's now Yuda's turn. Regio, you're after this.
Wait. Okay. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna stab him with sneak attack.
Okay, yeah, roll your attack.
Shit.
Okay, I believe you're at advantage because you're flanking.
Oh, I am? Oh, yeah, I am. Sweet.
So that's an
Yo.
18, which definitely does hit. Roll your damage.
High damage, high damage.
Oh, whack. Okay, hold on. Let me get my boys out here.
Yeah, because you also get the D4 of.
No, it's a D6.
D6, right?
It's
Yeah.
Okay.
2 of them because I'm whatever level I am.
Oh, right, yeah, you're level 4, right? Very nice. Oh, wow.
Hey,
Okay.
good shit.
All right, so you take. Oof. Okay. So as you take out your short sword, you kind of just very silently come running up, and you just do a little jump as you just jam the sword into its back, and you kind of twist and turn it a little bit, and it's going mad of pain. It's just as it is in a lot of pain, and it's looking pretty badly hurt. As you kind of pull back and some blood kind of splatters back with you. Yeah, very well done. Does that end your turn?
Do I have movement left?
I think you have half movement left, yeah.
Okay, I'll disengage
Mhm.
and then move over here. Right
Okay.
here. Right there.
Alright, very
Just
nicely
go hide
done.
in the shadows.
Okay, alright. I'd like you to for the look.
Oh no.
I'd like you to make a strength check for me, please.
Oh, I went right into spider webs, didn't I?
Mhm.
Is it a saving throw or just a check?
It's just a check. Because you
Okay.
definitely get stuck in it.
There you go.
Okay, but you also manage at the same time to kind of like pull yourself free again as you just feel this creeped out feeling with like these sticky webby webs just like kind of sticking
Webby
to you,
webs.
but you manage to kind of come free again. So good job on that. Okay, does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Rejo, you're up. Lark, you're after that.
Alright, so I'm gonna move over here using.
Okay. So that does provoke an opportunity of attack from the one guy. So, but I don't think there's a way to avoid that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay, all right. So he's going to use his bites to try and bite out at you. Let's have a look.
We've got 10, 7 feet. Okay.
So that is a 12 to hit.
Nope. Misses.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, he tries to kind of bite out, but he's in too much pain, and he can't quite grab you as you very swiftly move past. All right, what are you going to do?
All right. I'm gonna attack this gnoll right here.
Yep.
With my Kusarigami.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He-
All right. So, seeing as you are flanking it, it's at advantage. They now
23.
realize that they did not stand in a very clever way here. So, yeah, as you take out your Kusarigami, you roll very nicely, and you just almost like in a pickaxe type of way, you just pick straight into its neck.
Yo, can we get a celebration up in here? This
Yeah.
is the first time I've hit
You
something.
hit, I was about to say, like, hey,
Kusarigami.
like, this is unreal, okay? Korra
Yeah.
took damage, and Callum hit his Sarigama.
Yeah, who knows what else will happen in this session?
Maybe I will use burning hands for the first time.
Yeah, maybe. And so as you pick right into the neck, as you come closer, you see, and this is something that the rest of you hadn't seen before, but Callum, Rejo, you do see it. Actually, none of you see it except for Rejo. You see boils and torn skin and things like that. And as your Kusarigami just stabs into the neck of this gnoll creature, there's again that same voice, death.
Yo, Angie Jesus is on my side. Let's
As
go.
your Kusarigami on the edges gains a burning flame. And you will, with every attack in for the next hour, you will do an extra d6 of fire
My mom's
damage.
calling me.
You seem to have awoken a certain spirit.
Oh!
Let's go, dude.
So, with that, you need to roll your damage.
Alright, so you mentioned something that I did not know about with
Mhm.
sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm level 4, do I get that also?
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
you do, because you're a rogue.
So I do this, 5
Mhm.
slashing,
Yep.
Then 2d6
and then 2
and another d6 of fire. Holy
yeah,
shit.
So I'll do 2d6.
Bro.
Oh, that one, hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
But also
five,
a nat
6,
6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 plus d6 of fire damage. Nat 1 again. love it, love it. 13 points of damage that all takes.
Okay, alright, so yeah, you stab right into it, and just this flame ignites, and it burns, what's the word? It definitely, it burns, I suppose. It burns away the hair around it, as just this small explosion of fire. It's just running across its neck, as it is in a lot of pain, and you do a shit ton of damage. It's looking pretty badly hurt.
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay,
How much movement did I use? Did I use up all of it?
you have 10 more of
Oh,
you.
Alright, so I'm gonna move back here.
Okay, alright.
I have my turn there.
Very nicely done. Alright, that ends your turn. Lark, you're up if you're here?
No, she said she'll be right
Okay,
back.
alright, that's fine. And Zerx, you're up. Cora, you'd be after that if Lark doesn't come back in time.
Yep.
Alright, so I will take a swing with my quarterstaff at. I think I'll do. I'll toss it at this fella. I'll try and hit this guy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to presume it's
quarterstaff.
single-handed.
Why single? No, what?
Because you're not calling out that's double-handed.
Well, I always use it double-handed.
Okay, well that's fine. And that's fine. Just just make sure to call out. It makes it easier
Okay,
for me to
okay.
track.
Okay, gotcha.
Right,
Okay, well,
it's
okay.
fine. It's double-handed. So.
Let me just say that if I ever say I'm using my quarterstaff,
Mhm.
it'll always be two-handed,
Unless
It'll
specified
unless I
otherwise.
specify different. Yeah,
Okay,
because I
alright.
think it's better to assume that as opposed to the other.
That's fair enough. Okay, so yeah, so you take out your quarterstaff, and you just go for like a whack across the jaw.
Yeah.
Roll your attack.
That's a 12.
Okay, so even though you're flanking, it's at advantage at 12. Let's have a look. I'm afraid that does not hit.
All right, that's fine.
As you take out your quarterstaff and you try and smack it across the back of the head, because of the burning pain, it is just kind of like it's trying to roll up into a ball and cry, and so you kind of just scamper it.
All right.
And you don't
Okay.
really hit it. All right, what else do you do?
For a bonus action, I use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
I'll use one of my key points, and I'll do it on the same guy.
Okay. All right. Roll your unarmed attacks.
Let's see. So the first one
can't
is
speak.
a fucking hell 11
Okay, I'm afraid that does not
and
hit.
a 13.
Oh, that barely misses. Barely. Sorry.
Damn it!
Yeah, no,
What are
I mean,
the odds of 3 attack
I'm
rolls and all of them miss?
welcome back. Yeah, so
Sorry.
these guys are wearing studded armor, studded leather armor, and so their armor class is unnaturally a bit higher than usual.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
that's fair.
Sorry about that.
That's cool.
So yeah, you don't quite manage to get a good focus on its head, and it surprisingly manages to dodge your attacks. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll work fine.
Um, Lark, it's now your turn. Cora, you're after that.
Okay, I wanted to cast Guiding Bolt on Big Boy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Is that a DC or is that a weapon attack?
That is a ranged spell attack.
Okay. All right. Roll your ranged spell attack.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'm afraid that does not hit. As you
Fuck.
fling away the bolt, but you're just barely out of concentration. The Flynn sees it coming and just very agilely jumps towards the side and kind of like does a little roll and then gets back up again.
I'll flip him off and disengage from.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, you flip him off. He feels offended, and you disengage backwards, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Move your token one back, and then.
Let me see how far I can go. I wanna back.
He's gonna
the fuck
run
up.
back like fucking far.
I wanna get a good distance away from him. Gorsh. Gorsh, Mickey.
All right, does that end your
The
turn?
demon told me to. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, all right, Corey, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna stab the boy that stabbed me with my short sword.
Okay, all right, yeah, sure. Roll your attack. All right, that definitely hits. All right, roll your damage. As you take the short sword and you just give it a nice old stab right in the lower abdomen, and it does quite a nice bit of damage. It is looking pretty beat up. Pretty beat up.
All right. By the way, do we see do we see the big boy holding any weapons?
Yes, he's holding a large skull-headed flail, with like a black faint smoke coming off it.
Terry, can you go grab that for me?
Okay, that would be
Can you
a
try to
strength
go
check
grab it
at
for me?
disadvantage.
All right. Fuck.
Double nat 20. Double nat 20. Double nat.
Ow, fuck.
Okay, so as as Terry flies over and tries to grab the flail, the Flint just kind of shoves Terry off, and Terry kind of falls to the ground and scrambles back and flies back to you again. And the Flint is just
Shut the fuck up, you dumb.
Whoa.
It feels very offended, and I'm gonna go crying.
Oh, you did like 50 billion points of psychic damage on that one. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Session's
That's
over.
10 d10 of
You have feelings for his monsters.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no. I'm afraid that does not work out. Does that end your turn?
I'm gonna wait. Okay, I want to move back a little bit.
Okay.
No, wait.
Was gonna leave me like that, huh?
Yeah, I am.
I could have just disengaged and let these three fuck you, but you know, it's alright. It's cool.
Okay.
No discussing. No discussing. Cora, what are you gonna do? What would your character do?
I want to move here.
I fucking
Okay.
hate you.
All right. Do you disengage?
I disengage.
Okay. All right. So with that, you disengage and you move back. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, it's now the turn of the Null Nars and the Flind. I'll start with the Nars again.
Darn.
Let's have
Oh,
a
he
look.
just said Nar.
Nar.
What are they going to do? They're gonna. Let's see. This guy is pretty badly hurt. Who did the most damage there? Ooh, okay. He's going to move over here
Oh.
and try and stab.
Bitch.
So this one. So the rest of them will stay where they are. So Yuda, for you, he's gonna use multi attack. So the first bite is a 18 to hit.
Oh.
Which let's have a look. That does 5 points of piercing damage as he bites you in the arm, and his filthy teeth just really puncture your skin.
Gross.
And then he's going to use his short sword to stab you twice. There's a 6 to hit,
Twice?
that misses, and that is a 12 to hit.
Ha, 13.
Okay, all right. So he misses both stabs, as he is pretty badly hurt.
How come everyone gets a fucking 12 and he rolls a 22 to hit? Fuck you.
So these guys get +4 on their attack, so that's why.
Fuck that.
So the other two, they're gonna again use their multi-attacks on you, Zerks. You are right next to them. So let's see. The first bite is a natural 1, so that misses.
Yeah, fuck you.
Then the first short sword attack is a 11, which I believe misses.
Fuck you, miss.
Okay, and the second short sword attack is a 9, so that also misses.
Miss. Fuck you!
Okay, all right.
Yeah!
That guy is not having his best day. And then the guy on the right of you is also going to try and bite you, which is an 8, which also
Miss.
misses.
Bitch.
Then it's a 22 for a short sword.
That misses. No, okay.
Okay, so that
Yeah,
hits. And then the second short sword attack is a 15.
Fuck, that just barely hits.
Okay, alright, so both of those hits as you take a total of, I can't do math, 11 points of piercing damage in
Oh,
total.
for fuck's sake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
As you just get sliced across the chest, almost like an X shape, as you get kind of like marked. And both of them are, well, the one that missed you is not very happy.
Like,
Yeah, he's doing a Zorro essentially. And the other one is pretty happy with his success there. The Flind,
Boy.
yeah, okay. All right, he is gonna move there.
Oh, fuck off!
Um,
I wanna run! I don't wanna. Mom, come pick me up!
he is going to use his multi-attack, which is
God,
3
no
attacks,
way.
one with each different flail.
Oh my god.
As you now see
I'm
from
gonna go
close
down.
that there is actually 3 skulls on his flail. As he
Oh.
whips it up above his head, and he just slams down all 3 at the same time. The first one is the
Alright.
Flail of Madness.
Alright.
Let's have a look.
I'm gonna go sicko mode.
That is a I can't count, a 14 to hit.
Nope, it doesn't hit.
Okay, alright. So the second flail is the Flail of Pain.
Ah, I see.
Which
Lovely.
again is a 14 to hit. Jesus Christ.
Hit.
Fuck. And then the last one is the Flail of Paralysis.
Ah!
Oh no!
Better miss.
As that is a 15 to hit.
Misses!
What is your armor class?
16!
Oh my
Oh,
god.
She
What?
beat me!
Okay.
I go
Right,
persistent,
if
like
you
it
get
sounds
all
like he
hit
wants
hit
to.
on that thing, they're like game over. You get paralyzed, you get maddened,
The thing is,
you get the hurt.
this guy. Oh man, I can't believe you fucking missed those. God damn it. Yeah. So
Pussy! I call him a pussy in this face!
okay, well, he doesn't listen to you. Okay.
Puss!
Yo, I really
like him.
gotta kick your ass now.
Yeah. So no. So yeah. So
Get
he,
hit.
he slams it down onto the floor, but you manage to dodge out the way of all 3 of them. Very well done. Good job. And with that ends their turn. Sad. That now means it's Yuda's turn. Rijo, you're after that.
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay, yeah, stab him. Roll your attack.
Bitch.
Oh wow, yeah,
Nice.
that definitely hits.
Go.
Roll your damage.
Bitch.
Good shit.
How do you want to do that?
Oh, I'm going straight down the middle.
Okay, alright, so as you take your short sword above your head, you just, with all the power in your body, you kind of do a small little jump and you just slash straight down the middle as you just
Hell
cleave
yeah.
its body in half, all the way up to kind of like around its waist. You just cleave it in half as there's just this unhuman gurgling as the sword just, slices like through hot butter, essentially.
Imagine all the blood.
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, alright, with
We'll be
that.
washing our clothes. That's what I want to know. Wouldn't we be drenched in blood from the last battle?
Yeah.
We look like absolute hobos,
You know,
but
yeah,
we're
we
just
do.
in an
Yeah.
actual town.
It's fine. So that guy is definitely dead now. Very
Done.
good job. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
Okay, alright, so that guy's dead. Alright, very good job. Rijo, you're up, and Lark, you're after that.
Should I
Right.
shared my rations with you?
I'ma
Please believe
use-
me.
I'm gonna use Kusarigami in ranged mode.
Okay, alright. Roll your
No.
attack.
Yeah, I'm 10 feet.
Use a ranged mode?
Yeah,
Oh.
range mode, yeah, because it's on a chain.
Oh,
11,
shit.
let's have a look.
It's-
I'm afraid, that does not hit.
Damn it.
As you try and reach out for it, but you're just a little bit short, and it's just
Too
not
far
very,
away.
he manages to dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
Alright, does that end your turn?
Not really anything I can do, yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay, alright, that ends your turn. Lark, you're up. Zerk, you're after that.
Let's
Okay.
go, Lark.
Yep.
So I'm gonna. Okay. So
She's just been
I'm going to.
Hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Looking at the party, who looks the most beat up right now?
Probably Cora. Or Zerx. One of the two.
Who looks
I'd
the
say
most
Most
beat up?
definitely me. What the fuck?
I don't know. Missed like 3 attacks.
Oh wait, yeah, she didn't get hit. Never mind. So yeah, it's probably Zerx.
I got hit
I'm
once.
I'd like to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll that.
Imagine if it was a ranged spell and you roll that one that heals the person next to him.
I fucking cry, bro.
That'd be so
So
funny.
it says a creature of your choice that you can see within range of 60 feet. That's about that. That's about that.
Okay, we good.
Okay.
Okay, you get 4 HP.
Okay, yeah.
That's better than nothing. I'll take it.
As some very soft, calm words overcome you, Zerx, you heal up 4 points. Very well done. Does it end your turn?
No, I want to use
no,
my
the heal
sorcery
man.
points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use. Hold on. What is it called? I'm going to use my sorcery points to make another attack as a bonus action rather than action.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I'm gonna use. Hold on, wait. I'm trying to read what it's called.
Okay.
Meta magic. Let's see. God damn it! I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. I'm gonna use it. Why are you yelling? Sorry, my bird. Okay, so I'm gonna use Quicken spell for my meta magic
Mhm.
feature, where I can cast a spell of an action as a bonus action if I expend 2 of my sorcery points.
Okay.
If my bird would stop yelling, that'd be lovely. But so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use 2 of my sorcery points to cast. Let's try guiding bolt again on Big Boy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Roll your ranged attack.
Cool.
Oh wow. Yeah. That definitely hits. Roll your damage on that.
That's like 2 ends of the spectrum right
that's
there. Nat
yin
1
yang.
and Nat 20.
Yeah, right.
All right, Lark, roll your damage.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
what?
Let's go.
What?
Okay.
What are we gonna do this?
That thing. What the fuck?
Did I just off him?
No, not yet.
Are you sure?
I did not expect that. Okay.
Jesus
So that
Christ.
that is a total
Oh my
of
God, just kinda went like-
38 damage. Jesus Christ. Oh, that just... jeez, okay, alright.
Let's
Did
go.
I
I will
just
spend some
fucking-
extra flavor to describe this.
Oh,
So
boy.
as you take full focus and your eyes kind of close, you hear that same voice again that you heard in your sleep, and you hear encouragement. You don't necessarily hear words, but the sound that is kind of drumming through your mind is encouraging you to bind up the anger, the rage that's inside you, very deep inside you, but it's definitely there. As you let go of this bright, shining, guiding bolt, straight and as powerful as it could possibly be, straight towards the Flint, and it looks towards the side, as it was previously focusing on the 2.5 feet tall halfling that was absolutely going to off. It just barely just in time looks towards the side as this big shining ball of light just impacts in it. And then in that moment, you again, but this time hear it in an actual word. Good. Continue. As it definitely impacts, and there's just you hear the cracking of ribs and the entire hair of this Flint completely on the front of its chest is just gone in one instant.
Oh, you just stripped that guy of his manlyhood.
You
Fuck
just,
hell.
you just shaved
He's
him
naked.
all over.
He's
Um,
naked.
As there's just this very large blackened burn mark, and the Flint gets pushed back 5 feet in order to it was just purely by the impact of the guiding bolt. Very well done. That was incredible.
Holy shit, Lark!
Good
I
shit.
didn't like it. You're welcome.
This is what all those bad rolls were like fucking saved up to.
This is what it's building up to. Yeah, very well done. Good job.
I guess. Cool,
Okay,
thanks. What?
with that, does that end your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay, all right. So with that, you let's have a look. You end your turn, and Zerx, it's now your turn. Cora, you're after that.
All right.
Okay,
Beat his ass.
I'll attempt another fucking I'll attempt another quarterstaff hit with 2 hands on the dude on the right.
Okay, all right. Yeah, go nuts.
Come on. What the fuck?
So because we're just too far away, it doesn't count as flanking. Else I would have, it would have been at advantage there. But I'm afraid it's not. So yeah, again, you try and hit it across the head, but due to the previous damage, you're just a bit hazy and you can't really quite land the hit there. Sorry about that.
Lark
I
stole
will-
your red roll.
I'm sorry. That was scary.
So Zerx,
I will,
what else do you do?
How bad is the guy on the right looking?
Let's have a look. He is looking pretty badly hurt. He's getting close to the end.
Do I want to risk this? Do I want to risk this? Do I want to risk this? No, I'll disengage.
Okay, all right. So you disengage and you move away. Does it end your turn?
I'll move over here. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Very well done. So that ends your turn. Cora, you're up. After that, it's
Oh
Noel's turn.
boy. All right. I am putting a hunter's mark on the big boy.
Okay, all right. You put Hunt's mark on him.
And fuck. I can stab him with my short sword. Do I need to move further to him?
You have to move a bit forward. You have to get close to him.
All right. I move to here, like 5 feet, and I stab him.
Okay, all right. So as you take out your short sword, you try to stab him. Roll your attack.
20.
Okay,
Bim beat.
That does hit. All right, roll your damage.
And hold
Wow.
up. 6.
Yep.
Nice.
Woo,
Oh wow.
baby.
Okay. All right. So that puts him down to that.
He
Okay.
did.
All right. So yeah. So you take your short sword and you just jam it right in its upper leg as it just screeches of the pain. And yeah, you do quite a bit of damage there. Does it end your turn?
That's for Terry, you bitch. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Then
done.
Okay. Cool. Then it is the turn of the Flint and the Knoll Nars.
Is it done? Is
Sorry.
nothing. Go ahead. Nothing.
Okay, alright. So the Flint will start this time around, and he is in utter rage. He's going to use his multi-attack again.
I probably should have moved back.
Yeah, too late for that now. As he uses all 3 of its
Don't worry.
flails.
Don't worry. He'll miss everything.
No, he won't.
Don't jinx her.
So he's going with first use a Flail of Madness.
Ah.
Fuck me. Which is an 11 to hit.
Fuck yeah! It doesn't hit!
Okay, then he's gonna use his flail of pain. Oh, natural 20. Fucking
Oh yeah.
Oh,
holy
fuck.
shit. I
That's
was
a pain one too, and that's a
Yeah.
nat.
fuck
Why
me.
did Richo just say fuck yeah?
Because you missed all of them and then called him the C word. Bruh, you can't be that mean to someone. He's trying his best.
Whose team are you
Oh my
on?
god, I was not prepared for an evening of just rolling shitty numbers. I'm so glad. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, as he takes his flail, I'll do it per flail because I think this is already yeah, a lot. So as he takes the second flail and he just spins it around and just right across your face, this skull of probably a human.
Lie.
It looks very wispy. It looks very smoky. It doesn't look like it's actually there. But as soon as it impacts, that completely changes your mind, and it is definitely there as an unknowing force. Just blasts you across the jaw. Let's have a look. So it rolls twice as much dice on a critical hit. Oh, that's the wrong dice. Whoops. That's fine. That is a. That's. Let's have a look. That is
Grabs
that's
calculator.
that. I'm gonna need it.
Here's when he goes like, yeah, that's like 40 points of damage. Is that hard?
That is that plus. Oh shit.
Oh, there go all his die. He rolled.
Oh boy.
He rolled like he rolled like 5 nat 20s in that one.
Yes, he did.
That's okay. That's yep. Jesus Christ.
How many
What
dice
the-
are you rolling?
And that's
Well, if it's a flail of pain, then it probably has something extra on it.
This is
She
the
gonna
end
get
of
one
Korra.
shot?
This is the end of Korra.
Okay, so
Saying
as this skull flail head moves
Funny,
across
he's got
your
one more flow
jaw,
left.
across your jaw, you take a total of, and I'll put the entire total together in just a second. At first you take 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm already down, Chris. You do.
Yo, this is when Korra gets knocked unconscious and takes damage in one go.
After that, as the initial bludgeoning force of the actual physical skull kind of, well, doesn't fade away, but gets drowned out by the 29 points of psychic damage.
Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
As
Oh,
I
this is
believe
what
that
happens
means
when you
you're
roll
down.
shit, you get hit.
holy shit!
I would like to know what your what your max health is, please.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh my god.
3!
Oh wait, you're very much lagging out. How much is your max health?
23, Chris! It's 23!
23.
Oh my god! Did you just kill Korra?
What was your health at before this hit took place?
16!
16. Okay.
Oh my god.
Did
Oh
we
my
get a
god.
first player death?
You let's have a look. That's that. So you do indeed reach the minus maximum health.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Um, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I said it before. Don't shit get hit.
What the fuck?
For the purposes seen as, this is fuck me. Okay. Okay,
Oh my
seeing as-
god.
Seeing as I'm not absolutely horrible, we will discuss this further after the session. But for now, you are down, you are unconscious, and you have failed a death saving throw already.
Ah!
And that is
God.
I see!
and that is only because we haven't as a group yet clearly decided yet what we're gonna do with
Bro,
death.
that was
I know
his
there's been some
second
suggestions.
trial. He has another one.
But yeah, that is Jesus Christ. I mean, that is only purely because he rolled a nat 20. That's why.
Oh my
Jesus
Fuck
fucking Christ! I
Christ.
did not.
bro,
prepare
that's
for that.
crazy.
Jesus. I was
I'm
so
about
happy.
to cry!
Yo, he like did a freaking lock.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit!
I was so happy with the nat 20, and then I started counting up all the dice, and I was like,
It's like,
oh
You're like,
no.
oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Like, I could just imagine Chris was like his hand in his mouth, just going, "Oh."
Yeah. I was rolling all
I
of
could
them.
hear like the regret in your voice
Yeah,
as
dude,
you're giving
oh,
out the
yeah.
damage.
Lesson learned, if you make it through this, don't randomly swear at enemies. You will get
Trust me.
karma tenfold.
Trust me. If this wasn't well, I'm not gonna explain it in detail, but there was, let's see, there was a total of let's have a look. There was a total of 10 dice rolled to calculate that damage.
How?
Yeah, he does a shit ton of damage just as his normal attack.
Alright,
The fact that it
after
was a
the game's
crit
finished,
was.
You gotta tell us, like, if the pain thing was like the maximum, hardest hitting one.
It is.
That was literally the one you would have dodged.
But that was far from its maximum damage.
Oh my god!
Far from.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
It's actually
Anyways,
hit with all three.
so Cora, I believe that I now get the pleasure. Well, I say pleasure, but not really. Of doing that.
Oh my god!
As there is just a howl of sorts as this Flind just almost like beating its chest, and the only word that all of you can make out,
Yeah.
the only word that you guys can make out is the word Yinogu, as he screams it out,
fuck.
and the flail.
Chris just shattered
They can
Cora
also probably make
Dream.
out the pure agony scream from Cora.
If Terry doesn't ascend and go Super
So-
Saiyan, it's over.
He
Yeah, by
evolved,
the way,
right?
Chris,
Yeah.
Terry is now thinking for himself.
Yeah, that's fair, but I'll keep it fair. Don't worry about
He
that.
goes to start eating
Uh,
Cora.
Because he will he will protect you.
He just goes
So-
feral sicko mode. Just
all of you, as you hear the sheer impact of this flail, all of you hear this deathly hallowing screech from Cora. Just I don't know. As Cora is down on the ground and is looking really badly hurt. Next turn, Cora, I'm gonna need you to make another death saving throw.
Yo, okay, I just want to point this out, right?
Mhm.
All the times that Lark has rolled shit has all accumulated to this damage, and all the damage that Cora has fucking
made and avoided.
has also been
Just come back
accumulating
to
this
bite her.
point.
Oh my god. I'm
It's-
glad that I've had balance good and bad.
There's nothing I could have done about this, but Jesus Christ. Okay. We'll talk about more after the session. Don't worry.
Holy
That's
shit.
literally like the critical roll thing when that guy rolled 92 damage and one
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah, I know. So the other null-knowers, they're gonna go towards you, Regio, and they're gonna use their multi-attacks
Okay.
as they see the victory from their leader. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Let's have a
Holy
look. So the bite, that's cocked. Let's have a look. That is a 17 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, that is a. You take 4 points of piercing damage as these dirty teeth sink into your arm.
Nasty.
How many points of that was that?
4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then he's going to use two short sword attacks. Let's see. The first one's a 6 and doesn't hit, and the second one is a 17, so that does hit, I believe.
I use my reaction shield.
Okay, so that adds +5 to your.
So
Okay,
it-
all right. So 17. Your base armor
Wait.
class is what?
Wait.
Hold up.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, what was your armor class? Sorry.
14.
14 plus 5 is 19, so that doesn't hit. Okay, very well done. The first one didn't hit either, so that guy doesn't hit. The other guy is going to bite, which is a 17, which does
A
hit.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure you can only do your shield once, right? Or
I can use it as because it's a spell, but I'm not going to use it again because I have a plan if I don't die.
okay, all right, sure. So he rolls his damage, which is 3 piercing damage as his teeth sink in.
Okay, hold on. Can we just pause for a quick
Yeah.
second? I'm trying to do the math, but my brain is melting. So it's 31
Chris,
minus
real
4,
quickly.
30, 29,
What is
27.
force damage?
Sorry?
What is force damage?
No, it was bludgeoning damage.
Force damage is from Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, from
Eldritch Blast! Alright, what was that
How many death
damage
saving
that I just
throws has
took?
she
Was it 3?
I'll get back to it in just a second. Lark, sorry, Rejo, what was that?
So what was that attack that I just took? 3 points, was
3
that?
points, yeah.
Alright, so 27 minus 3, so that's 24 that I'm on now. Okay.
Okay, and then he's going to use 2 short sword attacks to try and puncture you, which is a 6 now, and an 8, which also doesn't hit. Okay, all right. These guys are not having a great day. As you just very, very handily dodge out the way.
Really hope no one gets in my way right now. I have such a good plan.
Okay, all right. So with that, that ends their turn, which then leads to Yuda's turn. Rija, you're after that.
Okay. Since I know it automatically hits, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile on the big guy.
Okay, all right. Does that you roll damage, I believe?
I forgot how many things. I think it was 3. Hold on.
I believe so.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm not hearing any music from the bot.
That's fine. I think it ended on its track that it was playing. I'll restart it. I need more tracks. There we go.
I'll try and find some stuff for you at the weekend.
Copyright free, please.
Yeah, I know. I'm good at finding that kind of stuff.
We'll make our own, dude. We'll make our own.
Okay, so Yuda, yes. What are you doing?
It was 7.
Sorry, yes, 7. Okay, all right. So as these 3 magic missiles, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, so as 3 magic missiles just appear from your hands and shoot.
Ruta's arm just Ruta's arm just turns into a SAM turret.
Yeah, as you just you blast out these magic missiles and you hit him, and he takes a good bit of damage.
He's not dead yet. God
No,
damn it!
he's not
How is
dead.
he not dead?
Yeah, he's a strong boy.
Right.
Okay, all right. Does that end your turn?
Well, since he's not dead, my original plan is kind of not gonna work.
He is looking pretty.
Because I'm too scared to go over to him.
he is definitely. Jesus Christ, how do I say this? He is pretty badly hurt. Yes, yeah. He's starting to get close. In respect to what his original health was, he's starting to get close to the end.
Okay. I don't think I could do anything else then.
Okay. All right. In that case, that ends your turn. Regio, it's your turn.
It's time, guys.
And Lark, you're after.
No one's in my way. I cast Burning Hands with my final spell slot.
Holy shit.
3d6 of fire damage.
In a
Both of these
15-foot
guys
cone,
take
Okay.
12. What's the fire damage?
Do they need to roll any DCs?
Let me
Probably
check.
a Dex DC, I reckon.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Of of how much? It's
I
probably a
have
spell DC.
no idea. If it's my spell DC, let me check. Each creature must, in a 15-foot cone, must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. Okay, all right, that's
It
fine.
doesn't
They can
say-
do that. Let's have a look. Dexterity saving throw. Oh, okay, all right. Let's have a look. So, what is your spell DC? Well, the first one rolls a natural 20.
Oh, fuck's sake. Look, please don't ruin my plan.
So he will definitely.
Please, God.
pass that. The second one rolls a 10, which I believe is below
My
your.
spell DC is 13.
There you go. So the
Let's
second
go.
one
He'll hit
goes
one of
through.
them.
Alright, so I hit one of them. That's good enough.
So
Which one? Which one is it?
The one on the
The one,
right.
the one that missed takes half damage, so he takes 6 points, and then the one that hit takes 12 points.
Okay. All right. So for the one on the right, how do you want to do that?
I'm just gonna burn him to a crisp.
Okay. All right. You do
Completely
exactly
silent.
that.
Dead stare, burn to a crisp.
Okay. Yeah. So as
Fried Knoll tonight, boys.
as the flame comes out of your hand and it just engulfs.
If only there was some like opera battle music, just.
it engulfs the Null Nar there, and it just completely burns him into like just a sad pile of ashes. The second guy, he manages to jump just out the way, just kind of scathing his arm, and still taking quite a heavy bit of damage there, as his arm is just kind of scorched.
I'm waiting this whole time I've been here to do that.
Yeah, very well done. All right, so with that, I believe your turn ends.
Yeah, I'm going to disengage and move back to here.
Okie dokie. All right, with that, Reggie, your turn ends. Lark, it's now your turn. Zerx, you're after that.
Hey, so I'm gonna bolt over to Cora.
Okay. All right. Yep. You do that.
Didn't the
Okay.
top guy? Wait, did this guy? I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one
He
of
did. Yeah.
these
Sorry.
did.
Allow me to change that. Good point. Yes, Lark.
Now we can tell.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on her.
Okay. What does that do?
If it's here you go. A living creature that has 0 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
I can, let's see. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. The spell has no effects on undead or constructs.
Okay.
So I just make her stable.
Okay. All right. That is a very clever choice. Okay.
Good shit.
Let's see. So you now no longer have that. So Cora, you now no longer have to make any death saving throws as you have been stabilized by Lark.
Let's hope you just stay down for a second.
Next turn you will regain 1 hit point. So not upcoming turn, the one after that.
So by 1 hit point, you mean from the minus 30 that I have, or from 0?
No, from the
From 0.
From
You
the zero.
technically can't have. You don't have negative. You just
Yeah.
hit 0 and you're unconscious.
The-
If you hit a certain amount negative, you would be considered dead, but we hadn't discussed that.
So, because I did not expect it to happen this session. So, yeah, we'll chat about
We
that.
weren't ready. Another time.
Okay.
In other words, you were really lucky that we didn't discuss that.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so Lark, do you do anything else?
I'm gonna taunt the big guy, so he'll step off of Cora for a second.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
God.
sure.
I'm gonna say, "Come over here, you pussy bitch."
Okay. He's very hurt, and he's gonna go away now.
I'm making a real good choice here for you, Cora.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he seems to be
Find
paying
a
attention to you
serious
now.
bullet right there.
Okay. Does that end your turn? Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Zerk, you're up. Well, Corey, you would be after that, but you're stable, not conscious yet, so your turn would get skipped.
Okay, so I move over here. Wait, shit. I move here,
From just happened that I'm not dead, okay?
and then I move over to here, so I don't,
Okay.
do the, like, I don't like, opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Then I throw a
Throw a dart at him.
no, actually, yeah, fuck it. I'll throw a dart at him, and I use Kensei shot. I'm pretty sure that's a bonus action and not a
It is.
key point. Where is it? Kensei shot. Use your bonus action. Okay, yeah. So I'll use a bonus action to use Kensei shot and use my main action to throw a dart at the big boy.
Okay. All right. Make your weapon attack.
Wait, also, real quick, by the way, I just now noticed this. He was attacking Korra, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he still rolling at disadvantage?
He was, but that was his thing at disadvantage.
A nat 20 at
Yeah.
disadvantage?
Ah! I see!
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's the best roll I've ever made. Well, and the worst one at the same time. But yeah,
Jesus
I
Christ. Okay,
specifically did not mention it.
So, I'll roll Derek. That's fucking goddamn it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, no, you try and throw
Not
your
having a
dart.
good time.
But yeah, no, you just barely miss. Well, not barely, but you miss. And I'm afraid that does not do any damage.
I still have movement left, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think you have like 10 or 15.
I used
feet.
5 here, and then from here I used 15. So now I used 20. So I have 20 left.
Yes, 20
So
left, yeah.
I'll go here.
Okay.
Go join the squad.
Okay. All right. So with that, does it end your turn?
Come
Yes,
join
sir.
the dead one.
Right. So Cora, you have now passed your turn as unconscious, and so next turn you gain consciousness and you gain 1 hit point. It is now the turn of the Flind and the Knoll members. Well, the one on the left.
And I move by
Uh-oh.
myself.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do the
You're
Knoll
fine.
member,
He
for
was on your side.
Regio. So Regio, bite attack first. That is a 22 to hit. I believe that hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cocked. Let's have a look. That is 4 points of piercing damage, as again the teeth sink into your shoulder as he gets hold
At
of
least
it.
there's only one to worry about.
And
This
then
boy's weak.
2 short sword attacks. That's a natural 20 on the first one,
Oh!
and on the second one, that is an 18 to hit.
Oh my god,
Oh,
both of them
shit.
hit me.
Fucking hell.
Okay, all right. So the
No,
first
no.
attack.
You guys left me.
You're rolling in. You're
I'm
rolling in
the
roll 20
dying
next time,
one
bro.
here!
Yeah, but you got a healer right next to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so in total, you take, I can't count, 19 points of piercing damage.
I am on 1 hit point.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
As this guy
You
with
fuck.
renewed power he just hits both his stabs just right, and he leaves 2 deep gashes right below your neck. Yeah, okay. Alright.
Now become mute.
That ends his turn. But then the Flint.
Oh no.
Yo, here's when he uses like a range attack on me.
The Flint, being aggravated by Lark, is gonna move around like that.
Uh-oh.
Does that turn?
No, it doesn't, because Cora is at this moment still unconscious. Not until her next turn does she gain consciousness.
But for me,
It doesn't move past you. It moves into your range, but not past you.
God damn it.
Okay, so with that, he is going to use his multi-attack on you, Lark.
Oh no.
Let's have a look. So first, the Flail of Madness. Let's have a look. Oh, natural 1. Fuck.
Yes.
Get fucked.
Oh, that could have been really bad if you said 20.
That one misses. So the Flail of Pain.
Oh.
Oh, that is a 28 to hit.
Holy.
What?
Yeah, that kind of hits. Just a little bit.
But it's not.
At least it's
20.
not natural 20, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
No.
natural 20.
Wait, a +9.
Yeah.
Yo, we need to steal this file thing and just wreck shit with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel this one. I have a feeling. Just a hunch.
So
I
let's
feel
have
like
a
we
look.
should have cast False Life before this.
So, the Flail of Pain, as it impacts against your shoulder, let's have a look. It does. Oh, fuck me. It does 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and then it does. Oh, I just realized I made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
Cora, for your damage, I rolled 4 d6s, but then 8 because it was a critical. It should have been d10s.
It would have
You
been
got
worse.
lucky.
You would have been more than dead.
So
You would have been
let's
like
have a look.
freaking curb stomped
Not
into
only,
the
not
ground.
only
with a
dead
pile
if
of
you get
dust.
lucky, she already got lucky by the fact that she wasn't gonna die anyway because we didn't discuss that yet.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is, I would have died either
Rue
way.
would have been ejected from the afterlife. Just as soon as she appears, just instant rejection. Just
So-
nope. You're more than dead.
So, Lark,
Uh-huh.
so you already took the 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You already did that. And then
Yeah.
you take 24 points of psychic
Okay,
damage.
no.
What the
No.
hell?
How the
Yeah,
fuck
this
did you
seems
think this
a
is
little
balanced for our fucking levels? Hello?
You know,
Yeah.
How
that-
is he rolling at disadvantage?
I had a
Yeah.
guess.
To be
guys,
fair,
you're-
we did avoid an entire combat situation last session.
I'll,
Well, your healer's down. I'm at -2 HP.
Okay, all right.
Don't you have the item thing? Oh, no, I
This
can't
is a
say that.
good. This is a good learning
Was
one
that
for me.
it's fucking disadvantage, bro?
Yeah.
Is this a good lesson of this is OP?
How does he roll
No.
at a
How did you roll a 19
A 19
twice?
at disadvantage.
The first one was a natural 20. The second one was a 19.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah.
What
Why
kind
do I
of dice
just
do
X
you
it
have?
out?
Yeah.
You're rolling.
I don't
in
want
that-
a
you're rolling
meta
a roll 20
game,
next
so
time, bro.
please feel free to punch me in the face. But Lark has
This ain't no
this
level.
thing from last time, doesn't
I do have a periaptive wound closure.
what does that do?
It stabilizes me upon 0 HP.
Okay, well, so yeah,
Hey.
so you're stabilized right away, which is really helpful.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
Okay.
I wasn't that gaming now. I just didn't want to
Oh no,
like
no.
forget.
No, don't
I'm just
worry.
sitting here
No, that's
like-
fine.
Get rid of that.
This ain't a level 4 encounter.
I mean,
Not.
it's a bit
just
higher.
level 20.
But- yeah, I know it's that,
level
no.
5 or something.
It is definitely a bit higher,
Yeah,
but
this
it
is a
bit
5
definitely,
or
higher.
6 hot
it
thing.
definitely, because there's quite a lot of, disadvantage of this guy, and yeah, I will pick differently next time, but yeah,
Chris,
I did
demand
feel like
you
that
roll
this one
with
fit.
in the roll 20 so that
At
we can
least
see
we
your
now
rolls.
get a taste of what powerful enemies look like.
I mean, I guess.
I'm very happy to roll and roll 20, but then everything is rolled and roll 20, and that might also not be in your favor. I'm happy to do it though if you guys feel like that's necessary.
We're like, of course we trust you, but at the same time, it's
No, we
almost
do,
it's
don't
almost
This
dead,
is
you know.
that's a lot. That seems.
It is a lot. It is much more than I thought, because I misread it the first time as 4d6s, not 4d10s. So I should have paid better attention there. However, that's
Just
not where
keep
it
it as
ends.
4d6s.
Yeah, I mean that's not where it ends, because there's still the flail of paralysis. That is also coming your way.
She's already down.
Well, she's stable. It won't do the damage, but it'll have an effect on it. Let's have a look. So that is a fuck me. Well, you're not gonna believe it, but it's a natural 20.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
I'm having a lot of luck.
X to doubt.
But however, it doesn't do the damage because you're already down. So there's no
Sure
point.
didn't happen.
And it's
Imagine it slams into a crate, it's a huge crater, just lock just does nothing.
I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Me?
Yes.
Shit. Okay.
I imagine this is to avoid some kind of status effect.
Yeah.
Probably.
The silence.
Oh.
Alright,
okay,
so
good.
you do succeed.
Oh, okay.
As you manage to throw off the feeling of paralysis, as this
Oh,
very faint
lovely.
skull impacts your body once more, and with that, the Flint ends his turn as he's maniacally very hurt but laughing, as he knows this is a suicide mission. Okay, all right. With that, his turn ends.
Wait,
Yuda, it's your turn.
I have
Shit.
a question.
Okay.
Yes. What's the question?
Just like real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Since we leveled up last campaign, right?
The last session, yeah.
Well, last session, I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't we supposed to get like a little bit more health, or no?
Yeah.
We
yeah,
did, yeah. And that's what you rolled for last time.
What is your maximum health, Cora?
Cause my 23 is from my 3rd level.
Ah. Okay.
Did you not?
All right. In that case, you haven't added your new health yet, because
I thought
23
you
for
guys
4th
rolled that
level is too low.
The other day.
Didn't we do that last? Wasn't that the thing that you were talking
No,
to
I
Beck about
didn't.
the other day?
I said to roll for HP when Chris was in the call.
I didn't roll.
Okay. Well, in that
Oh,
case, I mean, I don't think the possible.
Yeah,
extra
but
hit
it's
points
just,
are-
yeah.
We'll definitely.
We'll
still
sort
be
that out
going.
after this.
Absolutely.
You
I'd
still
still-
died.
Yeah.
I think we should sort that out like as soon as we finish this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay. So, Yuda, it's your turn.
Thanks for Shotoborg for
All right.
you know, getting that to our
Yes.
attention.
Of course.
So obviously this fucker over here is the bigger threat.
Yes.
Wait, how does this work again? Do I have to roll for it? No, it's
Which one?
a saving throw. Okay, Toll of the Dead on the big boy.
Okay. What's the DC?
14.
Okay. I believe it's a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is a. What is his wisdom? His wisdom is +1. That's a 5. He does not pass that.
Let's go.
Get fucked, bitch. We're gonna kill him.
Because he's missing his health. It's 1d12 of necromantic.
Do I add my attack bonus?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Yeah, necrotic. Thank you. I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. Damn it.
Oh Jesus. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus Christ.
you still do a fair bit of damage, as it is now looking really hurt. Let's have a look. That turns up to that. And his ears start bleeding and his eyes start bleeding at the bottom. And he's pretty damn hurt. Okay. Does it end your turn?
This is gonna be risky. But if I go here, will it count for flanking for Zerks?
Yes, it will.
Alright, let's risk it, boys.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
So that's not flanking.
You're fine.
I'm at 1 HP!
Just disengage, bro.
Yuda, that
Run!
ends your turn.
Just disengage, back into the other side of the map. Like, yep, I'm out. Bye.
Rijo, it's now your turn. The guy in front of you is looking pretty badly hurt.
Just stab
Alright.
him. Just
Let's risk it for the Chalky Biscuit. Kusarigami melee. No, I don't hit. I don't think.
No, I'm afraid that does not hit.
Alright, I'm gonna disengage and I'm gonna.
just go all the way back.
Bye. I'm not fucking with that at 1 HP when I miss.
Okay, alright, does that end your turn?
Dude,
Yep.
that fucking
Okay.
knoll bitch has been so lucky with all the attack rolls
100% it's
against
gonna
him.
follow me.
Lark, you are indeed stabilized. Zurchin after this, and you're at 1 HP. What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah. It's your turn.
Oh, get him!
I'm gonna disengage.
Clap his ass.
I have to disengage. I'm at 1
Wait,
HP.
wait.
I'm the only healer.
Remember, you can use it as a bonus, right?
Yeah.
Is
it's a
that
bonus,
part of
yeah.
our
Yeah,
rules?
that's
Yeah, it's
okay.
bonus.
So, fuck. I could hit him. Or
Hit him and then go. Hit him and go.
You can hang out with me.
I'm gonna hit him and go. I'm sorry. Let me look at my spells. What would be a good idea right now? That's ranged. I can't use that. You guys are too close for me to use that.
You could clap his ass again.
I could clap his ass. Well, let's see if this is a.
Bitch, slap him in the face
Or,
with fire.
I can't say it.
That's a ranged one. I can't use it. Okay, I guess I could either grab him or clap his ass.
Okay, it's up to you.
Ah, shit. I'm panicking because okay, I'm gonna grab him.
Okay.
I'm use shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp. All right.
Okay.
I believe it's a roll attack.
I believe so.
Okay. All right. Roll your attack. Let's see what happens.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Flanking?
Well-
Question mark?
Yeah, you are flanking with.
Oh.
So that's
So that is
Is
advantage.
that-
Wait.
go.
Oh, sweet.
So,
With-
that's a crit
So I
too.
get.
Yeah.
So I get the crit.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you're flanking.
All right. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. He is on death's door.
Let's go.
Good.
And,
I'm dipping. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go run over to reach out.
Hey!
As you put both hands
Okay, we
on
got
him,
this.
just and in pure rage, you again hear that same calming, encouraging voice in your head, and in pure rage, your hands just shoot out these large bolts of
All you
lightning.
all I hear in the distance is
Um,
unlimited power.
And yeah, as you go
I
off
just
lightning
dip and I
bolts
just
there.
go yoop.
Very well done. Send your turn. Okay, all right, Zerx, you're up.
All right. If I
Get
don't hit any of these 3 hits that I'm
We're
about to make
flanking.
with flanking, I will off myself. Okay?
Look it over here. Come out with the
No,
one
if
that-
anything,
up.
he'll off you.
Okay.
All right. So I'll hit my quarterstaff two-handed. All right. That's a 16.
That hits. His armor class is 16.
Fuck yeah! Eat shit! And bludgeoning!
How would you like to do this?
All right, now listen
Yes!
to me, you fucking
Yes!
bastard.
Finally.
All right.
Shit.
Now this is gonna
Revenge
be
is
fucking great.
sweet.
So, now because we just had this talk, with the crew, getting to know each other, really happy, Right, okay, and then I see her sitting there, kind of like helpless and like fucking on death's door. I'm like, you bastard.
Oh shit.
You bastard.
Just like giggling halfway through.
So I'm gonna, I take my like quarterstaff and I fucking with the, like the way you like. swing a
You sound pretty
baseball bat.
quiet.
I think he's gonna
The
yell.
way you. I'm not gonna. I might. I don't know. I take my baseball bat. I swing it like a baseball bat, like right under the chin, so I flies up like over the over like the sludge river thing, right? And I jump after him, and I like make like a twirl in the air and slam him into the fucking sludge river
Good.
Okay.
as I like flip over to the other side.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you
I mean,
stomped him into the river.
beautifully described.
Bye bye flail.
You.
I'm sorry, but that's
You just with almost just with perfect ease. You use your double-handed quarterstaff to just slam him right from the bottom up against his chin as he starts flying across the river. Your insane monk reflexes are already in place where he is going to be. As just mid-air, you slam him right in the stomach, straight down towards the sludge river. As you very, very nimbly land on the other side, this Flind just sinks to the bottom of the sludge river, no longer moving. Very well done. There's only one enemy left.
right. And I
I
can I
forgot
I use
again.
my bonus. I can move. I can still move.
Yeah, you
right?
can still move. Yeah.
I still have all my movement because that's
You
part of my
will
attack.
have to go over the bridge though.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I can do I have to go here and then there? Because that's what the others didn't do.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, I'll allow it for this time, but next time it'll be following the architecture on the map.
A peach.
Okay.
So I'll move over here. I'm
Okay.
risking it all here. I'm risking it all here.
Okay. All right. What are you gonna do there?
And I will use a key point to cast Flurry of Blows.
Okay. All right. Roll your 2 unarmed attacks.
There we go. And that's the first one is an 8, and the second one's a 17.
The second one hits.
This roll is 5 bludgeoning.
How do you want to do this?
Let's go.
Nice.
I won't make it too spectacular or something. I'll run up to him like right after dashing over the fucking bridge, like hopping over everything,
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of like give him like a good axe kick to like the head.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You run over and you just jump and you just slam your feet into its face. Oddly specific. As you kill him, you guys are now out of combat and you have successfully survived this.
I'm still a bit dying.
Okay, I'll help you. Sorry, I had to get away from some things. I'm a.
He's looting the bodies, and we're all like, Cora.
So,
The best loot just sunk in the river, so I gotta do something.
so with that,
Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
criminal background, I
I kinda
gotta
thought
do
of that, but I wanted to make sure that he wouldn't be able to do anything afterwards.
as you guys all gather back your stamina and your energy, and well, for some of you, your life points, you all realize that this was a tough battle, and
And all of a sudden, the giant spider comes out the windmill.
surprise! No.
Oh god, did Charlotte?
I need you guys to roll initiative again.
As all of a sudden, a large dark prince comes walking
You
onto
just,
the
you
battlefield.
just spins and uses fireball and one-shots it.
No,
We
no.
grab
burn
Cora and
them.
run away.
A very tough fight that will most definitely prepare you guys for what's to come ahead. And that's where we'll leave off
Yikes.
tonight's session.
Oh,
Oh,
yikes.
shit.
Right.
It's dying time.
I didn't get to heal.
Oh, yup. Okay. All right. I'm bad at picking anything.
Someone really just said, "Don't forget to loot Cora."
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
Holy shit.
Okay. All right. I want to thank everyone for going through this emotional journey tonight, as I did not expect to roll like that. Let alone.
Thanks for Shota Boy, by the way.
Thanks for the
pointing-
F in chat.
Yeah, also for pointing it out that
Yes.
the health thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I was reading it, but I was too busy, trying to fucking roleplay
Brother,
everything.
you're beating the
Um,
shit out of Cora.
But yes, we will take a look at that. I will make sure to choose
Oh,
more wisely
boy.
next time, and definitely read the stats of the monsters better, because I just completely missed this when I was picking him today. That was holy shit. That was the best roll, the best 20 and the worst 20 I've ever rolled.
Wasn't it on? It wasn't disadvantage.
It was.
It was. and it
Wait,
was
so
twice.
what were the rolls? Did you roll 2 nat 20s?
Yeah, I rolled 2 nat 20s for that one, which is why I was so happy with it, because the first couple of rolls were all like 4 and 5s, and that's also why it missed all those initial attacks on you, because it gets a +9 on its strength attacks because it's a very buff boy, and he has the Rampage of Enobu, and so I was just like, oh fuck me, I was like, at least one of them should hit, but none of them hit, and I was like, well, all right, I guess it's gonna be that kind of session.
It's
And
not.
We gotta listen to Gay Shota Boy. He's
Yep.
saying, look at the challenge rating
Yeah,
instead of the stats.
Oh no! I absolutely know. I absolutely realized this was a challenge rating 9. I absolutely knew. But it was about context, narrative, and then whatever fit with the stats.
Also, Chris was low-key throwing down some hints where like, I'm gonna give you guys a challenge.
To be fair, we have defeated most of the the bad guys that we've gone against.
Relatively
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
So
Which like at the same time, Chris did jot it down as like, these enemies are not very smart.
Yeah, it's nice to have a true boss battle every now and then.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
this
the
D&D without a bit of risk.
It did feel nice to have like somewhat of a challenge and like more of a
Yeah.
risky type of play here.
So
Yeah.
this is the type of thing where previously I was picking two well, not easy, but two easily defeated monsters. So I was like, all right, let's see how this goes, and that was too much. So I'll definitely go a bit more in between next time. I definitely hope everyone still enjoyed tonight's session. And I believe that's where we'll leave it off, unless anyone else has anything else to say.
Huh.
I promise Cora will come back. No, I'm joking.
All right,
We'll make
okay.
sure that Cora comes back.
Yes,
Fuck.
absolutely. Okay, with that, I want to thank everyone.
I can just
And,
imagine Ruta dying, and then like the pixelated, like multicolored screen comes up, and it's like standing by.
Yeah. So with that, we'll end off tonight's episode. If you guys want to see the previous episodes, they're online on our YouTube. Make sure to go over there and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure to follow here so you know.
YouTube.com/instant-regret-D&D.
Yes, and make sure to follow here to make sure you don't miss the next session. When
Follow
it
us on
goes
Twitter and
live.
Instagram for our
Yep,
posts of art
absolutely.
and maybe other updates for more stream announcements.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Twitter is the place for that.
Or my
Yeah.
Instagram story.
And with that, I hope everyone has a very good evening, and thank you all for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
How's it going, guys? Good day.
Bye.